we're back. We're back. Can you hear me now? Hear me now? Can you hear me now? Please tell me you can hear me. It should be back. Can you hear me now? Please, somebody tell me you can hear me. Thank God. Thank you, everybody. I was just talking to Deck. He thinks it was Yahoo. Okay, we're all back. Hold on one second. Deck, thank you. It must have been Yahoo. You might be right. Anyway, it's back up. Everything's good. And we're having a great lesson. So enjoy your wedding, and we'll talk next week sometime. Let's catch up. Bye. Okay. Very good. We're good. I feel so much better. I did everything. I closed up. I brought it back. The good thing is, even though I closed up, I was able to save all my stuff. Let me see something. Hold on. No problem, AK. The whole site was down. It might have been YouTube or Yahoo. I spoke to Deck. It wasn't on your site, but we were both down for a while. Everything's fine. Okay, that was AK. I got his number too. We all talk to each other on the outside. So, okay. Where were we? Level 2? Level 2 on the puts. Level 2 on the actual... on the puts is 1. Okay, this is your actual stock. Always remember, add up the bracket here. If it's larger here, more being sold, the stock's going to go down. If there's more being bought, the stock will go up. The same thing for the contracts. If I go to the blue right now, there's my contract. You see I went down to 64. But you see the price just went back up? Whoever said that before was correct. So I'm going to put this back up to a 65. All right, and I'm going to change that to a 65 contract. And since it's in blue, it should it should change it here too, and it did to 365 put. Okay, you can see right here that's a put, and it changes all of them. All right, so I'm going to go back 1 second because I like my big charts when I explain stuff. So I don't need to be attached right now, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it back to the red just on this one, and then put the SPY back in and have my setup exactly the way it was. Okay, so this way whatever other lessons in stocks I can come back here, and anything that I got to do in options I can be right here. Okay, and this is the kind of setup, if you have Thinkorswim, something like this that you should have, and the more monitors the better, because you always want your chat room. And what did AK say? He goes, haha, yup, don't know what happened. I was like, what the heck? Haha, back up, thanks baby boy. I could be his dad. I'm old enough to be his father, but I'm the baby boy. I'm the pops, you're the baby boy. There we go. Okay, that's Josh Smith for those who don't know, and Deck, that's fine. Okay, we're back in. That's all that matters. All right? We don't give up. We are not quitters. And let me just let people know in the other room, okay, that we... Oh, shoot. What just happened? Oh, no. Come on. What the heck just happened? Hold on. Let's see. I'm still in here. That's me. Good. I'm still good there. I was going into AK's room for 1 second. Hold on. All right. And he's off. That's good. I want to make sure... Let's see. I got 720. Give me 1 second, folks, and I'll go crash course with you. All right. Okay, give me a second. 1 second. All right. Let's see, difficulties, putting this here. This puts me into stocks, tell people I'm live, right? And let's get this here, copy here, and let's see. Okay. Because he's not going to be back for a while. It gives people an opportunity to be able to get more out of their day. People like to be in a chat room that's running, you know? Oh, that's the wrong one. Shoop. Where's my AT? Here it is. That should be it. Just give me a second. 1 second, I'm back. Come on. There we go. Okay, I am back. I am yours. All right, so we are back now. I'm going to put my charts back up in here because I was going to buy, and I missed out on a few good buys. And look at the price. Wow, on the 364. Oh, this one's 64. Let me make this. If I make this blue, yeah, it changes to 365. That's really good. I'm going to unlink it and it stays there. Oh, that's really cool. I can go to my 6-in-1, link it to blue, and it's a different TOS. I open up Thinkorswim in 2 separate computers. And the reason I started doing that about 2.5 years ago is because sometimes one computer would lock up on Thinkorswim. I'd be in the middle of a transaction. I can go to the other computer and finish the transaction, and I don't have to panic. So there you go. And let's see. And this one here, 366, we would be at a 367 call. Boy, there was some money to be made there. I can't believe who called that before. That was a good call. What did he say? He said, I said, do you think it's going to go up? And he said, who was that? No, internet spinning. Thinking up. MSBTA. He said thinking up, actually. You know what? He didn't give us a reason. Got it. But you know what? He was right. I love that. I love when I'm wrong and people are right. I do. I really do. I just wish I knew his reasoning why, and maybe because it hit such a low again. And a lot of times when you want to buy or sell, what you're looking for, okay, let's go back to the stock for a second. What you're looking for is when a stock comes to a low, you immediately want to try to jump in. Every time you get a new low, jump in for a call, okay? When you go for a new high most of the time, let's see if there was a high of the day. Actually, there wasn't, but the high of the day is when it opened, and it went down from there, because I wasn't here this morning. So whenever you hit a new low, it's always going to retract. I always say, it says pull back, spring forward. Pull back, spring forward. Stocks usually don't go straight up or straight down. They have happened, but we're in a day right now. If you look, okay, we're probably somewhere still at around 700. It went down 100 points. Look at that. We were at 715 before. So it retracted somewhat, but it's still a down day. What's ATHX? Anybody see any stocks that are moving today? If you do, I wish you'd post them on the board. Something to look at. ATHX. Okay, and I'm just putting these into my watch list. LITM. Just want to see if they go to green. CO I have. ABCT. I don't have that one either. ABCT. What I usually do in the mornings, and I would have a lot more in here, is what I do is every morning when I get up, okay, I usually go to Benzinga, okay? So I go to benzinga.com/pre-market. Let me see if that'll come up right. And then I can, okay, great. And then I'm going to take this to show you. So what I do in the mornings before 9 o'clock, usually around 7, is I come in here to pre-market movers. And I take the first, it's either in order of high to low, and I usually take the top 10 and I put them into my watch list. I did not do that today. So in here, you'll see there are stocks that we're not seeing that they're not in the, they may have just moved in the morning. Let me get that back up there. Okay. I have a very temperamental mouse. So you have Sonics, you have Ruby, LITM, which I just put in, EEV, TOOO, okay? There are other stocks. I could put some of these in there to see if they're still moving, all right? So right here, your price. I don't look at penny stocks. I'm not into that. But like Sonics, Ruby, which we've traded before, LITM, make so many changes. You can go into earnings, you can go into pre-market, dividends, you can go into IPOs. Any new IPOs today? I doubt it, on a Friday. Here's one, LRE, that's for the 30th. All right, so that's the next IPO coming out right there. And then you can also go into the markets, pre-market, after hours, movers for the day, pot stocks, options, okay? You can go into options, and you can go through this. It's a great site. Benzinga is also, I'm going to get rid of this for now, but Benzinga, all the news you see in here, that's Benzinga. So if I open this up, you'll see it will say news by Benzinga. All right, so a great site. If you're not using it, you should. It's a good one. I use a lot. If you could see the top of my page in my computer right now, I have Ape Wisdom. I've got Coin Market, cryptocurrencies, CryptoCompare.com. I have CNBC.com. I have MarketScreener.com. CNBC again? I have it twice. I don't need it twice because one had market movers and the other one had search. So let me put that in there and get rid of that. Okay, then I have Trading View. I have Wall Street Journal. I love that one. I have NewsFilter.io. I have StockTitan.net. Great places to look for news. This is a really good, I'm going to give you this, okay? This is called Biospace.com. It's not opening, okay? They may be having problems on the internet here. Come on, I paid my money. Stockwitz is even having problems. Uh-oh. All right, let me get back in here. This, if you can get in here later, this particular thing will tell you when pharmaceutical companies are in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, or when they're going to announce things like that. And you can be ahead of the game to be in certain stocks. It's like almost having PR news and getting alerts. You ever say, how did that guy get that information so quick? It's like it's not even in Yahoo yet. It's not even in this one that I use. And he got the news. And that's what it is. People pay for certain news, PR news, and they get those alerts quicker because they have a lot of money. They're willing to pay a little money to get information quicker, because the faster you get in something, the faster you get pushed up. So I always say, you know what? People say, oh, that one's just a pump and dump. But is a pump and dump bad? It's not bad if you get in on the bottom. Okay, but it's like getting into a permit scam. You know those old permit scams? Are you on the top or are you on the bottom? Okay, if you're on the top, you're getting paid. If you're on the bottom, you're just pushing up everybody else. Okay, so it's important to make sure timing. Timing is probably one of the most important thing that you can acquire once you know how to trade. And I say that because people don't even know how to make trend lines. They come in here and let me just see something real quick. Did I put this thing here to time axis? Oh, I'm on 5. Okay, good. Because it went all the way. But you know what? Knowing how to make, I told you I don't like it on the SPY, but you can make, okay, I can say, am I on an upward trend? Am I on a downward trend? And you can make lines. So if you're in trend lines, you could go, let's say, from here to the bottom to about where we are now. Let's go into my, right here for a second, and let me edit this. I want to push this out of the way. I'm going to take this do not show, so it takes the name off, and I'm going to move this up. So right now, let's say we're at 366.37. Let's say 366. Let's say 75 cents might be the resistance. I'm guessing at this point. I can't say it. All right, but I wanted to push it out of the way. And look at that. Look how close. There's your resistance, and look what I just put the line out of my head, just saying, well, if it's at 366, where would my resistance be? That's pretty cool. I can't believe I just did that. Let's make this a little larger so you can see it. There's the trend line I just built, okay? And you can also do a trend line from a low here to there. And what this will tell us now, there's a high point right there. What it shows me is this is a channel, and here's your channel. So you're in it from 365, we went from 365.18 all the way to 366, I don't know, 90, 70, 80, I don't know what it was, 76. Now we're back down, 36.41. So if I came in here, I changed this to here, and I would say now, I always like to go $1 on the SPY. So if I said 366.75, okay, then let's go to 365. Let's go right about, let's see what this comes up. Let's do, that's no good. Let's cancel that, remove that. I want to go further. Let's go to 365. So how would I get there? Right about there. Yeah, here's 366.75. That's where I want it, right about there. I want to go to the further part of the line, and I do that so it puts my whole line there. Okay, so right there, I will open that up. I'll edit that so I can even it off. And let's make it the dollar difference for right now. See how close. Also want to change this to green. Green tells me support, okay? I don't want to show the name right now, okay? Because I don't want, we're in a channel, and those little names, support, resistance, is going to get in the way. So you can see right now, there is your support. We went there. You see old resistance, old resistance, old resistance. Resistance now became the support. I always say $1 for the SPY. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. You might differ with that. But right now we've seen a lot of movement. We've just seen this go from 365 all the way up to 366.80. That was a big movement in a very short period. We're only looking at a minute. Okay, now if I put this to a 5-minute, you can see now how close. There's your channel. And you can see right now at a 5-minute, we're still looking up. So there's a good chance. There's our resistance. Boy, did I hit that. I was a guess, and look at that. There's our resistance. So right now, we're trying to break through resistance. You see that? And this is how you build. This is how you put this stuff. If I wanted to come from earlier today, I can say, well, this was the high of the day right here. I have to make sure that I'm also in trend lines. I can go to the high of the day right there. Boom. All right. Did it go in? It did. And now I can go to right there. All right, because there was a spot. And you'll see it puts us right. There is our trend line for the day. All right. And you can see it's right there at the resistance point, how it worked out perfectly. If I wanted to go from the beginning of the day, I could do it from, let's say, one of these here. Okay, so right there. And I can bring it right to, right about, I'm trying to get the bottom, which is right about here. Okay, right there. Okay, oh, it didn't go. It didn't stick in there. Okay, so you can see, here's another channel. This is the day channel. If this is my daytime channel. This is my now channel, okay? This is what's happening right now, and this is all on a 5-minute, all right? And this is how you draw trend lines. I don't like to draw trend lines, I told you, on the SPY, because the way it's so volatile and how it moves so quick. Another thing is, when you usually have this in here, you should move this over. You just want your bid in your ass. That's a buy. You want the buy because it'll tell you where you can buy in at certain numbers. What's my number here? 360. I told you I might hit 367 again. And that's why I put it up to, well, I'm only at 3. It's going up higher, so we're pushing through, all right? We're still pushing through on the 5-minute. So I could move this up, or I could either move it by activating it, or I can edit this up and say, right now, let's move this up to, and that's what I said before, 367. That's where I thought our resistance would be at again now. And I just do that, and it brings it up a little, and you can see right there. And at 366, it just came back a little, but it did go up there to 366.90 something, I think. What does that say? 366, wow, it hit 24? I didn't even see it go over. See, I'm too busy doing the charts, and that's how you miss things. But you can either leave the whole daily, or we can work on what we're watching right now, okay? It does not really matter, all right? I can leave, I'm going to take that, let's see, if I remove that drawing there, that's perfect. Okay, you can see where we're at. There's my VWAP right there. So we're still bearish on the stock because we're below the VWAP. But that's not unusual because we're bearish on the day. But you can see that the market is retracting. It's coming back down. We were as high as 715. Okay, let's see, 562, now 561. So you can see that this is actually coming down. The negative is coming down, down, down. I don't think that we're going to go back into a positive today, but all right, so I have my top trend line, have my bottom trend line. And you've got to remember, it's important to learn how to draw trend lines. Those who do not draw trend lines are not better traders. Better traders do have trend lines. And you know, there's a part, I gave you guys that book yesterday, How to Be a Consistent Trader. And he's a very good trader, this guy. And on one of the pages here, it says, I remember it, it says, bigger trade, position strategy, profit. Know what you're doing. Just stop, go upwards, trade well. Hold on, please, I can find it. Personal losses. You can trade. Give me a second. I will find it. Yeah. Everyone else is making money in the trade. I can as well. Goes up the amount. Come on, 40 most important things. Stock can't go. You must trade. Okay. This comes under the 40 most common mistakes that traders encounter. All right, I'm just going to read the first 10. Thinking of the stock can't go any lower after it breaks the support line. Look what just happened here earlier. Swing trading a scalp trade. Okay, I don't swing trade because I'm not that good at it. It's a specialty to know how to actually swing and what stocks to swing trade. Buying a massive portion without testing out a scalping strategy. Don't go for the big. I already tried that. I lost a lot of money doing that. Not having a mentor to guide you. Not trusting the trend of the stock on a 15-minute chart. Now, I have never gotten there. Let's go and look at a 15-minute. Wow. Okay? And look at this. I'm going to take my top line out here. Well, you can see that was on a 5-minute. And you can see we're still there. We're still close. I can move this down or move it over. But you can see right there. Let's take off that line. And you can see we're still in, there's my trend lines for the day. Look at this. Look how perfect. My trend lines for the day, and they're still lined up perfectly. That's amazing. And that's why, and here's the next one, not making trend lines. Number 6, not making trend lines. And the next one, not understanding the trend lines. And that's why I keep telling you I change it up and I move them around, and I don't just leave them for the whole day. Sometimes they work out, but sometimes they don't. Like yesterday, where it was so much up and down and up and down and up and down that those same trend lines, if I brought it to yesterday, there's yesterday right there. My trend lines aren't even there because they're such in a different place. Right here we were at 376. Look at this, 376. You think my trend lines would be below. Now we're at 364, so we're below. So you can see they do change, and that's why I always say at the end of the day, take out your trend lines. And here, this is my support and it's gone up because this one here has moved up. We're at 367. Actually, it's right. We're at 367.64, and my support now is at 365.75. I think that's moved up a little. Okay, I think it's probably moved up more towards 366.25. But I would say 366. Just to be safe, okay, I would edit this and I would make this 366. I think I'd like to keep it $1, and I'm going off my values, all right, but I'm going to move it up a little. But the way I said it moves, you can see here, where is it? I can move this to the left if I want. That's why I say, instead of having it all the way there, what you do, instead of doing that, when you make the line, let's say I make here, and I want to make this a support at, what did I say, 3? I make it from this end. So what I got to do is go here, do this, and I go to the left side, the other side of the stock. So no matter where I make it, it doesn't matter, because once I open it up to edit it, okay, I can come in here and now change this value, okay, to 366. I'm going to leave it at the 366. Hold on, 0.0, and I'm going to make it green so I know it's the support. I could write in the word support. That's price level 1 now. I can put the word support, but we know that this is the support. Now 366. See, we're right in between 366.50, and right there we have 367. You see my resistance, and for my resistance, I want to change that back from this line to a solid, okay, for my upper resistance. All right, so you see they're pretty close, but it can go above it or it can go below it. Right now we are hitting resistance right at it. Okay, it looks like it's right at it, but it's really below it, and we're not falling below at this point, but we could go back to 365 later. It's such a small amount, and I think what's going to happen eventually, I think we're going to see a drop. All right, it's going up, up, up. Now remember, we're on 15 minutes. I'm going to go back to 5. I am not at that point in my trading where I feel confident as a 15-minute trader. But when you can learn to do that, you better have some money behind you. And once you do, I'm telling you, you'll probably do much better. I'm telling you, you will do better. Let's see if I can find that real quick. I thought I saved it. What I'm talking about is that booklet. If somebody else has it, they can put it up there. How to be a consistent trader. Here it is. I'm going to give it back to you. Every day I'm going to give it to you. So for people who want, this is an 87-page booklet, okay, of how to be a consistent trader. It's really good stuff. It's by the professor, okay? And there's your website. You go to that place, you can download it and save it to your desktop, and then you can read it later on at nighttime. It's 84 pages. I only typed out, I printed up. I can print the whole thing. I have a laser printer. I can do 4,000 copies. But this is 84 pages, all right? So, black and white. And he's coming out. This is the 4th edition. He is coming out with the 5th edition now, which is, I don't know what he's charging. You can go to his website. You'll find all that out, the professor. Just take his name, put the professor, how to be a consistent trader, put it into Google. It'll take you to his website. I'm not promoting him or not promoting him, but I'm telling you, he's a great guy. I've met him. He came as a speaker to our last, in May, to our seminar here in South Florida, right in my backyard. And it was nice. It really was nice, okay? So here's my upper VWAP. Here's my lower VWAP. See here? Look how it went to the lower VWAP. It cracked below it slightly, and it went to it. It's staying between it, all right? And then again, these lines. Here's my lowest support for the day. And, you know, this does change. I mean, I could go from here, and if I look at the here and now, okay, I'm going to remove this for a second. I can go from the low here at 364.83. There we go. Bingo. Am I in the right section? No, I'm not. It's not going to work. I got to do this. Hold on. I gotta go to trend line. I can go to 380 now. I won't get it. Watch, it'll be impossible to get it. Yep, I got it. 384, and you can see now we're pretty much headed. I can do it that way, or I can do it this way. All right, give me an idea of direction. And you can see now, all right, and if I take the rest of the day off, let's take this away. And let's just go in time now. What happened here? Just give me a second. I'm sorry, it moved. It moved on me. I hate when that happens. Let's do this, and let's bring this down a little. Hold on. Come on. Got it. Can I move it? Maybe that's all it'll go. Yeah, there we go. I like when my chart's a little larger. I can always spin up like this or down and see everything. So this gives me a direction here, and then if I go from here, all right, if I go from here, tip here, to either tip there, or I can bring it to about here where it's at. That, I don't know if that's real on that one, but this is. Okay, if I bring it about there, which is slightly above, it's right here to here, and then see which way. But it's going to cross it sometime, all right? And I don't really like that. But you can also do this, because we did hit a tip up here. It shows it can get there, and you can do it this way. And now, go back. You have to make sure you click in. Okay, let's click in there. I went a little bit higher because I know it's going to tip it. So right now you can see our triangle, all right? And what we want this to do is to either continue across in here in the upper part above the support. Here's your support, here's your resistance. Or we want to see it go up into here. All right, which if it comes in here, there's a good chance it could break the resistance. And that would happen if we looked at the FinViz and see that this was coming down. But you know what? It's going back up. 559, 577. I can see that it's going back up. So right now, those are the lines in the period of time that we're in now. The lines that I had before was for the whole daily of today. Does this make sense to everybody? And this is how you learn. And you got to go back and forth, and you got to play with it. It's much easier on real stocks than it is with the SPY. Because remember, you got SPY is nothing more than the S&P 500. What it is those 500 best stocks on the NASDAQ or whatever is what on the S&Ps. Whatever we're seeing here, that's what reflects. That's why I always say, is Tesla moving the SPY, or is the SPY moving Tesla? Is Microsoft moving, or is it being moved by? Or is it a combination of all those stocks moving, okay, the SPY? So when we say that, what we're looking at is this right here. This here is your S&P 500. There's actually, if you count this up, every little square, every little circle, every little space, there's 500 of these. That's what makes up your top 500 right there. Okay? For those of you who didn't know that, for those of you that did know it, great. Why didn't you share it? Why aren't you sharing what you know? I love when somebody comes in here and teaches me something new. You know? I've been doing this 5 years. I picked up on charting very quickly, and that's why I'm a moderator. You know, it doesn't make me the best trader, all right, and doesn't make AK-47 the best trader. AK, I've watched him struggle for the last couple of years, making 40, 50, 60,000. Now he jumped. He made 150 last year, so he's doing better, and that's what happens. And he's doing this longer than I am. That's why he's on every day. I could be on every day. I have something to give. But the point is, I want to be fed. It's like if you belong to a church, okay, and you're an elder. You can be an elder and walk up and down the aisles and do what you got to do, but at least once or twice a week, you need to sit down and get a service. You need to be fed. I need to be fed too. So you people here need to feed me, okay? I want to be fed. Feed me. Please feed me. I'll be good. He's still not back. He's not back till 2. When he comes back on, I'm going to get off, okay? But for right now, he won't be on till about 2:30. All right? Let's see. I don't want to be pushy. Let's see. Wow, one person came in there, and they actually subscribed. I'm going to ask you one more time. If you haven't subscribed, it is free to The Active Trader. That's me. Please go to the lobby. Take 1 second. Go to the lobby, okay, and go subscribe. And if you get lost, you can always come back to there. I wonder how many people right now. I don't. You know, you can go to the middle of the chart and you go down. It says copy video URL, and you can open up online on Google, and if you put enter, it brings you to the actual YouTube channel. So like right now, wow, there's 16 people watching. So for those of you in YouTube, I'm waving hello. This is to you in YouTube. To the 16 people, thank you for your support. 16 traders in YouTube. And you are welcome to come in to for free. You can come into Tradecaster and watch it in Tradecaster. All right. The only thing is you might be you might get it slightly faster. I don't know which way it's working, but I see. I have the chat off. I'm sorry. I turned the chat off in YouTube because when I'm not watching it and I don't have an extra monitor to keep an eye on it, people were putting in pornographic stuff, and I don't know how to block it out at this point until I can figure it out. There's no chat in there. All right. But you are welcome to come into Tradecaster. You can come in here. So like I said, I'm going to put it one more time. You can come here and you can hit this and sign in. If you don't sign up, you just make a name, an email. Even if you're only on a trial and your trial's over, you can still get into the free stuff. You can get into this through Tradecaster. And then you would be in the chat. All right? I'm just telling you those in YouTube. All right? I've neglected you guys for the last 6 months, not even thinking about it, that, wow, there's people in YouTube watching other than the 50 people that are in here. Okay? So, now, is there anybody here that has any questions related to stocks or options? I will go over anything you think I missed or anything you think is important. Okay? Because it's important to me. Let's bring a little more of our chart in here. And you can see we pushed over and we just went through resistance at 367. We were at 367 resistance. Now the question is, what's the next step? And I think the next step is to shoot for the actual VWAP. You are in agreement? So let's see what happens on that. And to do that, again, we were at 577. Now we're 548. Let's see what's happening. It is 541. So it's coming down slowly. All right. See, I always keep FinViz open in the background. I did it for you guys. It's up in the other one. But in my chart here and that one, in my other computer, I have two computers here. FinViz is always on top where I can go and look at FinViz at any time. It's a reference for me to use. Now, I spoke to somebody. I don't know if she's in here right now. Let me see if she's here. What was her name? Let me just see something real quick. Yes, we need to. I'm so proud of you, team. Hey, Deck said he's proud of me. He says we need to talk soon. I'm so proud of you on this team, and we need to catch up. Okay, I spoke to a girl yesterday. Actually, she was new, and I actually... Here it is. Her name was Carter. Is she in here? Carter, are you in here today? Let's see. At C-A-R-T. Yes, she is. I just want to shout out to Carter Jackson. She's new with us, and she's here on a trial, and I know that she's going to continue her trial after it's over and become a member. And you know what? I became a member here on January 2nd. January 2nd, 2019. That's when I joined Tradecaster, and I've never gone back. My first year, I'd never done a day trade in my whole history of trading. And I came here January, so 2019, 2020, 21, so actually 22. I thought it was more. I'm 3.5, almost 4 years. I'll be at 4 years in January. So I came here, and my first year, I watched over 1,000 hours. I never did pre-market. I was here watching, but I was too scared to do a limit order when I couldn't do a stop loss. But here's the funny thing. I still don't use stop losses. I'm teaching you how to make stop losses. For those of you who don't know, you go into a stock, look on top here. Any stock you're in, okay? So let's for 1 second change this and say we're in EVAX. Any stock. And I have 500 shares. See the 500? Whatever number, 300, 500. When I go here and I go buy custom and I go up here and do with stop, it opens up down here. There's my 500. There's my EVAX. 303, but it's always going to be $1. So what I do is I hit this for a second and close it. Then I come down here and I make this 25 cents less. That's what I do, okay? So right here, that would be $2, okay, and 49 cents. Is that correct? Let's make sure it's a period. 2.49, and then I and delete. Okay, that's 25 cents. Now when I unlock it, see, it didn't change yet, but if it had, see, there's 25 cents. And if I want to, I go here, next to delete, you hit this button, and you move this over if it's hidden, and that says Riggers 500 buy with a 25, and you save it. And the next time when you save it, this is what you're going to have. You'll come in here, you go down to buy custom, and instead of going with stop, you go up to 500 Riggers, and here it is. It's already set with your 25 cent stop loss. You can set them up any way you want, okay? And this is how quick. There's no excuses for not having a stop loss. You can do it with 100 shares, 300 shares, or you can do a short. How do you do a short? I would sell custom. I'd start with sell custom with a stop. And then it's just the opposite. So the short would be on top at 323, and this, I would have to change that now, okay? And I would make that, first I want to unlock it for a second, okay? So it's 271, and then I want to make this $2, and let's say, what is it, 51? 51, is that right? 56, 66, 70, 46, 246. That would be a 25 cent stop loss, and then when I open it, there's my 25 cents. It's unlocked. That means it's moving with this, and then I can open this up, bring this over, and I can set it up for sell. And that would save me for a 500 short. I think I had 100 in there. Let me just save that for a second, all right? And I'm going to delete it because I don't want to save it in there. I come back in here. I want to sell, and now I look. There's my 500 sell. I already had one. So, and that's for option. 5 single. Where's for strangle? Okay. That's the only sell I have in there. All the rest of these, oh, here it is, sell. I put it in twice. This here is for sell, 25 cent. So really what I want to do is I want to delete. This says short. What's the other one say? Sell 500, sell base 500, sell rigger. Why did it come up? I must have changed the name of it, all right? But here, sell 500. I have it a few times. I'm going to get rid of it. And I'll look again to see if I have more dupes. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Uh-oh. Okay, something down here. You want to, okay, I see what happened. So if I come back down here now and I look in here, there's my short, but here's another one. I've got another one in here. See, it says short 500, sell 500. Here's another one, sell 100. So this is the correct way. I should get rid of this one where it says short because I know it's what's right. And I say yes. Do you want to remove it? Yes. Okay. And the reason you want to remove some of them, you don't want dupes in there because you may want to create others later, especially for options. All right. So right now here you can see I got a sell 500. That's all triggers. Also another sell 500 with a 25 cent stop loss. Here's another one. So I've done it so many times in teaching that I need to get rid of another one. Okay, base 25, sell 25, 25 stop. This one's 25 stop. Get rid of another one. All right, so I had a lot. It's probably all the times that I'm teaching and showing people. Now, let's say I had 100 shares. The minute I open this up and I go to buy custom, all right, if I go up here with a stop, it'll show 100, EVAX, whatever stock. I can change the stock. I can go in here and change or create or send it, and I can change the volume if I want. All right, I could sell 200 and hold on to the rest, but right now I don't want to do that, and I don't want to save anymore. But I'm showing you with this. Now, if I was doing options, okay, and let's go back to blue. That'll put the option in there. So right now we're at a 65 put, and we're at 36 cents. I could raise this to 6. As it goes up, I can get closer to the money, and it brings the price down of the option. See how quick? I just put in 1 penny. All right. If I take that away for 1 second, it should bring up all the options. Let's see. No, it should have. It should have brought it below. Maybe because this is outside of my, what did I want? 386. We're actually dropping to 366, 365. I think I'm going to leave it at the 365 where it was. There they are. You see how they opened for a second? Let's go back. There it is. So I can go and I can pick it out and say, that's what I want. And it shows me the price, $1.05, $1.40, you understand? And right now we're dropping, we're holding. I still think I'll stay at the money and make it a 366 put. If it goes below and I buy it, I'll pay a little bit more. My account is big enough and I'll be in the money. And if it goes the way I want it to go, I'll make more money. All right, so right now I'm not really buying anything, but I'm showing you. And right now, if I wanted to, you see where it says buy. What are we doing? We're buying, okay, with a stop limit. And if I do that, it shows me here I'm buying 10. It's defaulted in 10. I can do the exact same thing for options, and I can put in my stop loss right here if I want to, and I can do it the same way. But here, since it's 236 on 1,000 shares, I can do that and I can unlock it. There, it brings me to the price that I'm at. Lock it. It's a dollar difference, which I don't want, and I can now make this $1. Okay, and let's see, $1. Backspace, $1 and what? What's 25 cents less? Is 27. So it'll be 27 and delete. And now I can go in here and I have a buy for an option. Okay, and I'm going to save this. All right. So now let's get rid of this real quick. All right. And now I go in and say, you know what? I want to do this, and I can actually I have it all set up for an option. Where is it? Base. Well, here it is, 10 single. So I'm there's to buy 10 contracts. It's already set up, and the good thing is when I hit this, all right, I didn't have my auto send on, or it would have bought me in. Okay, I already have my stop loss in there. And you see how the price changed? Until I have to unlock it first. Otherwise, if I didn't unlock it, that's at 260, it wouldn't buy me in until this went to 260. But it's a buy, and if I put the higher price, it would buy me in at the highest price. It would still go down and buy me in, okay? If I did a short, all right, and it's at 162, and I put in 165, it will buy me in. It won't buy me in until the short comes up. Let's see. It'll buy me in. If I shorted at 155 and it's a 151, it's a lower price. It might buy me in at the lower price. Remember, Deck, we said that you do the opposite. You can buy in or put it in it to make sure you get filled immediately, okay, at that lowest price. You do that a lot of times when you have, let's say, a stock that halts, okay? So let's say you're going long. The stock halts at $3, okay? And you want to get in. You know it's the first halt, and this stock's got great news. It's going to go up. So what you do is you don't put a buy-in at 310 or 320. Put it in at $4. It's not going to buy you in at $4. It's going to buy you in at the lowest possible place it can get you in, but it's going to buy you in, and it's going to fill all your shares. Okay? If you do it too close, that stock may be moving too fast. So if you put in for 1,000 shares, you may only get 300. You may only get 260. You may get 700. If you want to get filled, make it as high as possible. It's like doing a market order. You do a limit order at a high price, and you will get filled faster than the market orders get filled. Okay? Because market orders are last to be filled and limit orders go first. All right? I'm just telling you what I learned. If I'm wrong, just let me know. All right? I'm trying to tell you from my experience, strength, and hope. Have you learned anything about that? Buying, selling, and setting up stop losses. Stop loss on an option. I just showed you. Engineer 2000. I lost so much on stop loss it came up again. I lost so much on stop loss it came up again. I don't understand. What do you mean you lost so much? How did you lose? Can you fill us in a little bit? I didn't know that about the market versus limited order. Yeah, you know who taught us that? It was Deck. I got that from Deck. Deck taught us that. That when you want to get in after a halt, go high. You're not getting that high price. It's going to fill you at the lowest possible price you can get in. No way? What do you mean no way? Yeah, way. Way! I used to listen to, down here in South Florida, Way FM. Way FM was a great station. I actually won 2 tickets on a job. I was sitting there in the radio, and the guy told me to hold. He had to take care of a there and it came on there was a question. Can anybody tell me who wrote the song Red Rubber Ball? And I just happened to love that song, and I grabbed the phone, and I was the 5th caller while I'm on a job interview, and I won. I said it's by Paul Simon, and the name of the group is The Circles. I should have known you bid me farewell. It's like a song from like 1967 or something like that. So I won 2 tickets to see Sly and the Family Stone. So I went and picked up the tickets, and I couldn't make it, so I sold the tickets. So, but I should have gone, because Sly was such a great group back then. I made a mistake. I made two big mistakes in my life. My son was about 5 or 6. We were at a Burger King, and there was a actual what do you call that? Like, you fill out a card to win tickets for Michael Jackson. Up in Jacksonville. I lived in South Florida, 5-6 hour ride away, and we got about 2 weeks later. He got notified he won 2 tickets, and I should have gone with him. And I sold the tickets. We got like $250 back then. That was a lot, but I should have gone. It was the stupidest thing I ever did. It would have been the most memorable experience I ever would have had with my son, and that's one of my regrets in life that I didn't do. I did get the job, and that was a Will train in picture framing, and I got the job, and from that job I got another job that was better than that one, and then I ended up in Miami in Decorators Row, and then at the age of 24 I owned my first art gallery and picture framing in Hallandale, Florida. So, and then I ended up with 3 people working for me. I was in that business for 7-8 years. But the economy got very weak in the United States then, and I lost my business, and I went into insurance, where I succeeded to be the #1 top salesperson in the southeast region of the United States for Bankers Life and Casualty out of Chicago. So I've done a few things in my life. And after that, I went and bought a pawn shop, and then I owned 2. I owned 2 pawn shops where I made all my money. And then at the age of 44, I lost it all to a bad divorce, and I lost millions of dollars. And I had to start my life over at 46 with nothing, with $25,000. I own my own condo, my cars. My life is pretty good today. I owned as many as 4 houses a couple of years ago, but I've given it to the stock market. It took my Rolex, it took my Martin guitars, it took my Gills. I'm making it back. Because I got too cocky in the beginning, and I started doing things I shouldn't. Started doing big trades that were way out of my reach, not money-wise, but no knowledge-wise. Now I can do that, Like the other day, I said I'm going to do 10,000 shares, and I didn't get in. I went to hit the button, and it was too late, and it dropped $3. And I would have made about $30,000 the other day on one trade in less than 10 minutes. So, you know what? You can make tremendous money in this, but you need to learn how to read the charts. You have no idea how important it is to read the charts. You have to think of this. The internet works off an algorithm, okay? You need to kind of like meditate yourself into that algorithm, and you need to feel the algorithm of that stock going up and down and up and down, and then it comes down to timing. And if you time it right, you will make the maximum. So using your lines here, let's go back to here, all right? See, this has got the 9 and the 21. This is an option, all right? And as this goes up, let's see, that means the stock is going down, okay? Because this is a put. There's your put. So it's always the opposite of the regular actual thing. So right here, when this was at a high of 229, okay, that was the actual option. Now, I changed the price of the option, so it's hard to say what it was before. But you see this 229? If I change this right now to we're at 366, watch what happens when I make this a 365. Watch the price, everything. All right, 365. See, the high now is a 174. It's a 174 for that option. So right there, it was at a high. It was probably about $377 at that time. But look at the price now, how it went down for a 365 option. All right. So right now, if you time this right here at the high of that put and did a call, you would have been in. You could have made on a call, all right, let's say from 174 down to 70, that was 1 point. You would have made $1. You would have made $1,000 on 10 contracts right there. Now, from down here, you're at 70 cents, let's say. Let's say you're at 70 cents, all right? Let's say it's 70 cents. If you got it at 70 cents and you got out here at 116, 115, let's even it up. 70, you would have made 45 cents on a call, all right? That would have been a put, because puts go up, calls go down. So you would have made yourself another $450, and that is all timing. And that's why I say, okay, when you go into, let's say, I'm going to show you something, what I have. You can't see it. I'm going to go into it for a second. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. I have what's called a 6-in-1. All right, you're not going to be able to see it too well, but I'm just going to show you what I've done. All right, in here, I'm watching this on my screen now. All right, and you'll see. Here's your put. Here's your call. Here's a call. Here's your put. Okay, so right now, and these are set up for 10 contracts. You see, 10 contracts. Same thing for this one. So right now, if I'm timing, I buy from right here. I can hit this button or hit this button, get totally filled as long as the auto set. You see, I was ready. I'm ready on the put. Okay, I could be ready on the call too, but I haven't done one trade today. But I could have gotten right in for 10 contracts and made the 1,000 and then gone here and boom, I'm ready. And I keep changing it. You see, I keep changing it. I didn't change the call yet, but the call should now be, let's see, should be, since we're in the middle, I would make this, and watch the price go down. We're going to make this 366 because we're at 365. That puts us right at the money, okay? 366 on the call. Really, I could be at 367 because if it goes above, I'd be right where I want to be. But right now, if I bought the call and it goes up, I'd be in the money. You understand? Here, I'm looking at 365 and we're at 365.80. I am out of the money, okay? This goes down, all right? But as it goes down, as the price goes down, this goes up. This is not like a short. This is your short, but the price will always go up. In a short, what we're doing is we're hoping the price of the stock will go down. So if I buy it at $3 and the stock goes to $2.50, I make the 50 going down. That's the short. Here, it's a little bit differently. The actual price of the put will still go up, okay? And right now, if I bought 1,000 shares, and I only put out $1,170. If I put out 1,000 here, that's $1,420. That's 10 contracts times 1,000 shares. It's 10 contracts. You understand? And the max I can lose is the premium I put out. You can lose a lot more with a stock than you can lose with an option. Okay? The only problem is people buy too many options because now they have so much more money to buy so many more options, and that's how they lose more money when they lose. You understand? All right, that's my 6-in-1 chart. I always leave the SPY up here, Tesla and Ford, sometimes Oxy, like here. I might, because I'm not doing stocks, so I might put Oxy in here. I like to keep an eye on it, all right? And these here are all stocks, but these are options. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm going to take this out. I just wanted to show you, that's my 6-in-1. And on my page, not only do I have the 6-in-1, but I also have on the left side of it this. So actually it would look something like, you know, it would look something like, get out of there. It would be connected over here. And it's perfect though because I have a bigger monitor. So I have the 6-in-1 in my watch list. So if I want to connect any one of these, I can change from here and I can connect this to these if I want to, but I'm not going to. So for right now, I'm just going to close it. So when you hear me talk about my 6-in-1, that's what I'm talking about. So right now, over there, I'm looking at you, exactly what you're looking at, but I'm looking at TradeCaster. When I look there, I'm looking on the top. I'm looking at the actual chart I put up there that you see and I can work from. When I look here in front of me, I'm looking at my 6-in-1 with my watch list. When I look down, I'm looking at the SPY only in a stock on a 1 minute. So I'm watching it on 1 minute, I'm watching it on a 5 minute, but why this is a 5 minute on an option. But when I go back and I bring this to red, then I'm watching. Oh, I'm not connected to that one right now. So if I was, it would have gone back to the SPY. Okay. So right now, my list. If I want to change from anywhere, I go to my watch list. Watch what happens. I go to Snap on my watch list. I go to SQQQ. It changes my watch list. But right now, we're going to stay on the SPY. Because that, I think, today is, can't find it. So, one, I'm going to tell you another thing that I do. I have my watch list open in 2 different computers. Okay? One watch list is in alphabetical order because sometimes I have so many stocks that I can't find it. So in alphabetical order, I can find the stock. In this computer, I have my watch list set up in, watch, I'm going to show you something. You can set up your watch list many ways. You can set it here. You can set it in alphabetical order. So my other one is like this. I can find any stock. When it's like this, I can't always find it. And I have other watch lists. I can go in right now and I can change that to an options watch list. So this will only be stocks that are options, okay? It's not complete. I have to add to it. I have more to put into here, okay? If I put it in alphabetical order, you'll see. There's a lot missing. but I have Tesla, I've got the SPY, I've got the SPXs. There's a lot more I can add. If I want, I can go to another one that I'm building called shortable stocks. So every one of these stocks is ETB. Every now and then you'll see one that loses its status for ETB. There's one. So CMRX is no longer. I'll take it out. Boom, boom, it's gone. Okay? But and there's a couple more. I'm not going to do it right now. But you can see, and I can open this up and make the RX a little bigger. You can see in here, all right, that I can bring it to the top. Bring the highest RSI to the top. Watch. Let me see. Bottom, top. And I can take these stocks and say, well, these stocks are overbought. I'm going to short them. There's another one that's gone. So I would go to TUFM and I get rid of it. There's another way, a great way to find stocks that are ETBs. Okay, I'm going to put this back to where we were. I'm going to go back to my default list. Okay, and bring it back up the way I like it, which is like that. Top to bottom. And that's how I utilize. What happened here? Oh, Tufin doesn't exist anymore. Huh. And there's my SPY. Okay? And there's my lines. And they're still pretty good. Has this one gone up? Yes. Can I raise it? Absolutely. So this one here has changed. I can change it or move it up or just do this. I can go from here. If I was going up from here. Oh, am I in the right one? Yes, I am. Okay. I would move it over to about there. Come on. There, and then I move it to about where's my dot? Right there. That one, and then this one here, and this is in a time period. Okay, I can remove this one, go back to the low again of the day if I can get it. 83. Can I get it? That's 80, 92, 83. And do it there. I'll go a little bit lower because it looks like it might be dropping. And there it gives you an idea, and we can see we're forming lower lows. It went up a little, tricked us. It's coming back down. It may come back down and form lower lows. And we're back in the 385, 365. So right now, if I want, and if I was going to do the option, then I just bring that back, and there's my 365 put. You understand? As far as the other one, what I could do, I could go down to my 6 and 1. I'm going to show you something. And I'm going to take my 6 and 1, and I'm going to make it a color I never use, maroon. Okay? Oh shit. It seems like I once had a stock, OBLN, and it was in maroon. That's really weird. That's oh shit, I lost it. Sorry, using language. Okay. I have to go back in here. That's pretty funny. There was some time I must have put maroon as a color for, I got to go back in here, and if I was going to do a call, it would be what is it? Where are we at? We're at 365? Why does this look all wrong? Oh, Tesla, that's why. Okay. I knew something didn't look right. Because this is on the link too. I could link this also. If I link this in red, it'll be whatever I put into my big chart. So 367 right there. I make that 367. Yeah, I'll leave it 367. I can always change it. So I'm going to put that back in there. I can go back into my little chart here, and I'm going to take out what this is, V. And the minute I connect, let's see, that's blue. That's still blue. I can make this one blue too. Oh no, then it'll change every time the other one's blue. Let's go for yellow. Okay, yellow. So every time, the blue one we know is the put, and the yellow, now, should have connected to here. Should have connected. It took me to SPY because I connected it to there. All right, so I'm going to do it this way. View. Let's see. Did it change? Hold on. I can't get it to change. Control V. There it goes. And enter. Change. There it goes. See, as long as I do this one first, it'll change that one. And now I have the call. So I can go from blue, the yellow, which is the call, to the blue. And this is just the way you can use the tools if you have Thinkorswim. I love Thinkorswim because I can link up different charts. And I'm in 2 different computers, and it works for both. It works because Thinkorswim is saved online. It's almost like the cloud. If you had the cloud through Google, you'd have to use their service. We're actually using Tradecasters, not Tradecaster. We're actually using Thinkorswim servers where it saves our setups. It's not in our computers, okay? It's in setup. So pretty good, huh? You can see how you can go back and forth. So right now, I've got the call here, okay? I have the call down here, my 6 and 1. And I've got and that's what I have on, I got the put back in there. So my put, all right, I can do the put. Let's see, the put's in blue, and the call is in yellow. So if I tag it and hit it, Let's see if it happens. Oh yeah, no, it won't work that way. I have to go in here, and if I make this yellow, there's my call. If I go back to the put, and that's how quick I can switch back and forth. And if I don't want to, and I just want my big chart back, I can unlink it and then go back to, and if I have this linked to, let's see if I link my bottom chart here to red, okay, and now I make this red. Let's see what happens. If I make this red, it should go SPY. And there you go. So now I've linked the big chart up there to the little chart down there. So I'm chart to chart. Yet that's in 5 minutes, and this one's still in 1 minute. It doesn't change my setup. It only changes the stock. Did you learn something there about Thinkorswim? I love Thinkorswim because there's so much that we need to learn. Do you live trading here? Yes, I do. Yesterday, yesterday, if you were here, engineer, I did 5 buys. But I was in physical therapy this morning, and I haven't done any today. I'm set up. I can just push the button. I could have made $1,000 twice today. I can always make money, okay? But right now, I'm giving back to you. I'm teaching you things that you may not know. Big upper shadows explode when I short, and vice versa. Need to find a 4-leaf clover and put it in my pocket. That's so funny. I've got a solid gold 14-leaf clover. Hold on. That's really funny. It's been on my wall forever. When I used to own a pawn shop. When I bought my first pawn shop, I don't know why, I found this on the wall. So I've kept it. And it's framed. And that, I don't see if you can see it. Let's see if it comes back up there. That is a framed 14 karat gold charm. And it's a 4-leaf clover. Let's see if I can make it a little closer. You can see that. See. Yeah, you can see it. 4-leaf clover in gold. Maybe one day I'll auction this off in the room. I'll let somebody else have some luck. So, anyway, I don't know why this one moved up here. That's really weird. My top one moved. SPY. Shoot. SPY. Okay. So, and then the bottom one moved because the white unlinked is unlinked. That doesn't make any sense. I want Oxy there. OXY. I want to make sure I'm not changing anything else. Okay. I got Oxy, the SPY, Tesla, and Ford. I'm watching all the options right now. Okay. Anybody have any questions? And please, remember, for those of you that are new coming in here, if you are not a member, you can still come in here, but please go and subscribe. Just open up the lobby for 1 second, go to the top, and just hit the word subscribe. I really would appreciate it. I don't get paid for doing any of this live stuff. I swear to you, as God is my witness, I do not get paid for this. The only thing I get paid for as a moderator, whether I do this or I don't. Okay? And it's really not a lot. It comes down to the amount of hours that I put in TradeCaster, about $4 an hour, and I get a free ride, which means I don't have to pay for my membership like you do. But I can show you all day long that if I teach you to be an independent trader like I am, I'm the one that gives you the alerts. If I can teach you how to get your own alerts and teach you all day long how to be your own trader, I can still prove to you why this particular TradeCaster is worth every penny. Okay? People say to me, why don't you open your own room? Why don't you do this? I'm 67 years old. You know what? I parked here. I've given up the sense I'm not going to make millions of dollars on memberships. I'm not going there. I'm very happy here. I'm very loyal to Deck, and I'm very happy being here. If you got something negative to say about him, please hold it to yourself. I really don't want to hear it. I'm not saying that he's not perfect. He makes mistakes, and I put him in his place when he does, okay? But the point is I do it in a loving way, and he respects what I have to say. Okay, and Deck and I are friends, and it's a good thing. I met him here. Somebody said to me, "Oh, you partners with him?" Not partners with him. Okay, I don't make the money he makes. Okay, I just doing a job that I enjoy to do, and that's just who I am. Okay, I believe that you can't keep what you got unless you give it away. And Carter Jackson will tell you that. I told her that yesterday. But she understands faith and she understands hope, and hope is not a strategy. I can't hope that stock's going to come back up. I can't hope. I must have a plan. If I get into something, I need to get out of that option at about 10 cents. Because on 1,000 shares at 10 cents, I lose $100. That's the max I want to lose. So be ready to get out and get back in. I told people yesterday, I remember the exact price. They got in at 192. I don't know if Dazzle is here or what happened yesterday. I said it went the other way. It was the first time. All day the chart showed green, red, down. Green, red, down. Green, red, and somebody bought 1 million shares and it went straight up. But it happened to be during the time that Janet Yellen happened to talk at 2:46 yesterday or 2:56. She did something, some news, and that's when it went up. Okay? So there she is, present. Did you win yesterday? Did you get out when I told you yesterday at 182? That's what I want to know. Did you get out? Yes or no? Or did you hold it with hope that it would come back? Which it did not. It came close because it went all the way down to 130. But I told everybody, no, should have. Right, you should have. I gave you good advice. I said, get out, you lose $100, and then when it dropped down to 130, you could have bought it back, and it went up to back to 180. You could have made $500 on the upside, lost $100 on the downside. You would have made about $400 profit minus two contracts of 10. It means you would have lost $20. So you would have made $380 profit if you had listened to me. And I was spot on. I was spot on. I'm not patting myself on the back. I can't reach my back. But I'm trying to tell you, I don't always jump in with you, but when I tell you and I'm alerting, I'm more concentrated when I'm just alerting to give you the right information. It's when I'm alerting, you don't have time to think about it. You either have to do it and make it or lose it, okay? Same thing with me. The other day, yesterday, I was going in with 10,000 shares. I got ready. I went to hit the button, and I waited too long, and it just went boom and dropped $3. Okay, I think that was the day with the announcement from the feds. I would have made myself almost $30,000-$40,000 if I just 1 second. And I got in with less. I went for the 1,000 after that, 10 contracts, and it went down, and I got in too late. I got in at 386, and I got out too low. I got out about 386, 385 something, and it went down to 380, and I was like, I'm kicking myself. What an idiot. I should have gone in with the 10,000. I should have stayed there with the 10,000 shares, and I should have held it. I would have had a wonderful day. I would have had a wonderful week. You know, in fact, I would have had a wonderful month. You know what? I know what to do, but when you think about it, you've already lost. You cannot think sometimes. If you know you're doing the right thing, just do it. What are you looking at trading now? I'm just watching the SPY right now because it's the only thing that's really moving, and it's moving in a channel. So if we look at the channel for the SPY, this is not the option, but this is the SPY itself. Right here you can see we're at what? 367.18. And here you can see we're at a low of 364. There's $3, and that's about what it's been like all day yesterday and today. Here, 368 here, and this is on 5 minutes, okay? You can see 364. You could have made $4 going down on a put from here to here. All right. I mean, hindsight's 20/20, but look, green, orange, it went down. There's no green, orange after that. Then you have right here, it reversed up, green, orange, it went down. Most of the time, that's what it'll do. Look over here, green, orange, it went down. Not a big drop, but it did go down. It went down from 368.78 down to about here. About a point. You could have made $1,000 on 10 contracts. If you read, you got to be timing. Go back and say, what could I have done? It's not about woulda, coulda, shoulda. It's about reading the charts and learning from what you didn't do to seeing how you could have. I was not here. I was gone all morning. I was in physical therapy this morning. I told you yesterday I wouldn't be here. So I came home because I was waiting for a check from my dentist. I was about to go to the dentist's office to ream him a new one, or her. And they told me last Friday they sent me a check, and today the check came. So I figured, let me go upstairs. The fire department was here. Somebody was stuck in one of the elevators. I only have 2. So I said, let me go turn my computer on. I turned it on. I saw that AK-47 said he was getting off and he wouldn't be back till 2:30. So I said, you know what? Nobody's on. You guys deserve to have somebody here who's going to either teach you something or do a live trade with you. And I would do a live trade right now. It's not that I wouldn't, okay? I'm all ready. I told you before, all I got to do right now, here's my, if I change this, that's in red, okay? If I told you before, if I take this, where did I have this one? It was in blue. Why did I change that? Hold on. I'm going to put that back to the blue. Nothing changed. Good. If I change this right now from the red to the blue, watch what happens. There's my put. Right now, I am ready to do a put. $1.15 a share. If I decided that I want to do a call, all I got to do right here is change this to yellow. There's my call. You see it up here? Changed it. That quick. The flick of a switch. I am ready either direction. Okay? So how long did it take me to do that? And that's why I have multiple screens with multiple setups, and I love Thinkorswim, and I'm not interested in Webull, and I'm not interested in Robinhood, and I'm not interested in people who trade on their phone, because if you do, you're a freaking amateur. I'm not saying there aren't times to use a mobile phone. You get in something, you're long term, you need to get out. Something happened, you need to get out, blah, blah. You had to go, your emergency, you need to get out. But in all, if that's what you're trading on, if you're trading on one little tablet all the time, you're an amateur, okay? I'm sorry to say that, but that's the truth. And I lost two people. Obviously, the two people that just left the room, those were the amateurs. They got mad at me. But you know what? I understand that sometimes that's all you got. And don't get me wrong. There's some wonderful programs for mobile, okay? But that's not the way you want to trade if you're a professional, okay? You want the tools. You want, like I showed you today. I showed you so many different tools. And how? Right now, what am I on? The call. What's the stock doing, okay? If I want to go back out of here and I just want to unlink, all right, or go to red, watch what happens. I go to red. There's my SPY. I'm back. See, I know. I have one setup on red, one setup on blue, one setup on yellow. Just with one little click, I can have what I want and use this. Or I can go here to my 4-in-1, and I'm set up here too. There's my blue. There's my blue. What is that? I can go to yellow. Watch what happens when I go to yellow. It just changed to the call. Okay? When I go back to the blue, I'm set on the put. All right? I had them already set up, and as long as I change it in one, and they're set up together, they'll change it in all of them. Okay? Or change the ones. And I change them. Let me go back to the big chart. It's easy. Here's the price, 366.21. So right now, my put would be either 366 or 365. If I was doing a call, my call would be 367. Okay? What am I at? Here's the 365. I could go to 366. And if I go to the call, let's see, that would be yellow. Yellow, yeah. It would be 367. There it is. I can make it 366. Then I would be pretty much in the money because it just hit 366. So I'd be in the money. But I'd rather be slightly out of the money. Why? Because in case it switches around quickly, it's going to drastically go down much faster than if I have it a little out of the money. And that's why I do it. Okay? And right now, I like to do puts more than I like to do calls. Why is that? Because I think it's easier to call the resistance than it is to call the actual support. Support changes, but resistance, I just don't know. You know, you can break support. That's not the one I want. Let's go back to the big chart here, because I went here because this is where I haven't changed it. So you can see here, you can see that my properties, I'm at 367. All right, it's got to have gone down. We're 366. I like to be $1, so there's 367. Okay, and if you look at my support right now, I left it before probably 366, and there it is. There's my dollar. Okay, but you see we're below that already. So my support has dropped. Where has it dropped to? Okay, is it 365.75? I don't know. I'm guessing. All right, I'm going to put that in there and see where it goes. So without even using the chart, look at that. Look at the bottom here. Look at this. It dropped, it stopped. It dropped, it stopped. It dropped. Look at this. I hit it right on the nose. So we are at 365.75, and there is it right now. It just dropped. That was a guess. Okay, is Jerome Powell speaking right now? Jerome Powell speaking right now. What's he talking about? I don't know. Where is he on? Active Powell is talking right now. Just kidding. I am the active trader, and this is my world. Okay? You know who says that, right? I stole that from Jesse. Wow, look at the Ford. Anybody looking at Ford? Look at this drop. What a nice... That would have been a great put. Watch this. That's on 5 minutes. Look at it on 1 minute for a second. Ready? I'm watching it somewhere else. And on my other chart, it looks like straight down. So if you look at this, that was 80,000. That's 225,000. That's 325. 320. That's almost 400,000 shares just got sold. So you can imagine this thing just dropped from 1213 down to, boy, it looks like so much more, doesn't it? And it's not. For the amount of shares that just dropped, it did not go that much. Is that possible? Wow, $12. It did not move. Wow, terrible. Ford's been terrible lately. It really has been. Going back to the SPY, and that's why I said right now I think you can make the most money on the SPY. Somebody mentioned another one before from Tesla. Tesla's another good one. The VIXs, SPXU, SPX. I mean, these are all movements that move with the SPY right now, and you can make money. Okay, let me just see something. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. Let me go into the room. Let's see if anybody wants to hear it. Let me open this up, and I got to stop talking, otherwise I'm going to, let's see, okay, let me see if I take this and move it there. Okay, now everybody can see it, and like I said, I got to shut up now for a second. Let me see how I put sound on this. How do I put sound? Oh, this computer.
They represent organizations that include small businesses and manufacturers.
It's actually no good from here. I can't do it from there. I can probably do it from the actual... Where's the website again? I opened it somewhere. Okay. If I do it from the actual website, I may be able to hear better.
You've likely also seen rapid and substantial changes in supply and demand conditions in your industries and in the communities where you live and work. Given those lived experiences as business leaders, we are especially looking forward to hearing each of your perspectives. And as we hear from each of you, I'd like to invite my colleagues to follow up with any questions that they may have. So let's start with our first panelist.
I turned it down for a second off the screen because I'd rather watch the SPY in case something happens, but we can listen to a little bit. If you guys don't want to hear it, just let me know and I'll take it off.
A wholesale distributor of food products for convenience stores and food service establishments in the Midwest and the Great Plains region. Cashway began in 1934, delivering candy to local grocery stores in Kearney, Nebraska, and the company now manages an inventory of over 20,000 products. Cashway has remained privately held by the Henning family, with the second and...
You know what? I don't even think I want to listen to it, to be honest with you. I think I'm going to go back to doing what we're doing. If anybody wants to listen to it, they can enjoy it on their own. I just think that right now I want to keep an eye on the stocks. It's not like Powell himself is talking. And I'm sure it's very meaningful stuff that I can listen to later. Okay. And again, my lines have changed here. My trend lines for the day, or that moment before. So I'm going to remove that one. My bottom trend line, you can see, is still right there. It's still holding. But I will go from a time of about 1 o'clock. This is at 119, 120, where there was a high section there. And I can take that down to right now. And right now you can see the exact channel that we're in at the moment. Okay? So this is a channel. This is not for the whole day. Because if I bring it back, and I'm going to bring this back to 5 minutes, because we really should be on a 5 minute. If I bring this on 5 minutes, where the heck did it go? Okay. You'll see, it does, it's close. It's close. I would have to bring it down. It's close to the day, but this, I stopped this here before, if you remember. That's my, what do you call it? That's my support line. But you can see right now, that's my trend lines for where we're at. And you can see right now, we started higher, we're coming down, we went back up again, and now we're building a little bit of a higher low. So there's a chance that this might be going up, but it still shows me a descending. I told you end of day, I thought we were looking at probably 364. I could be wrong. Don't go by me. I'm not always right. Right now, remember before, we were at 700. We went down to 500. We went back up to 6 something. Now we're around 590 on the actual Dow. Okay? And your S&Ps is down to $80, which is a lot for that. Okay? We know that the chart is like 99% red. Okay? So, let me just see. And who is that? I don't want to look at him. So I'm not gonna. I don't want to watch that. But thank you, whoever brought that up. Who gave that to us? Soph. I appreciate the fact that you did bring that up, and don't feel like you did it in bad taste. I just want to stay on to this. There's a lot of people in here right now, and I think they more would want to know how to do options, what we're watching, and I'm going over and over and over. I would like if somebody here has a question, or there's something that they're interested in knowing, okay, that has to do with either options or day trading. It doesn't matter. Either way, okay? I do stocks, I do. I know in my heading below it says options because it's the only way I can get you to see. I am the first one to teach options in TradeCaster. I've been doing this since February, and I'm still learning. I have a lot to learn. Naked options, condors, vertical spreads, strangles, stangles. Straddles. There's a lot to know, but I'm just trying to get people who are here that are new to learn the simple method, the KISS method. Keep it stock simple. Keep it option simple, okay? We're just doing the same thing you did with stocks, scalping, and learning how to be an eagle scalper by getting your timing right. You need to work on two things. One, knowing how to do trend lines from your support and your resistance, and knowing when it's going up and going down and how to recognize it. The reason I don't like the trend lines on the SPY because it's always changing. All right, and I'm going to take them out. It's really a lot and it gets very confusing. But what is important is, I don't know which one is which. Let's see. If I go here, I can get this one. The bottom one is pretty good. Actually, it stayed constant. But here you can see this has gone up a little, 367.59, and where were we at? 360. Hold on. We want to edit this. It was 367. 367. We're only at 365. Wow. 365. We're down here. So we've actually come down probably closer to 366. This has definitely come down. Our resistance now is at 366. So let's see where that brings us. Is that too low? Wait a second. We were at 366.64. We're at 365 right now. Oh, so we're on the bottom. So we're down here. That's 364, 365. We're somewhere in the middle of this thing. That's why one thing when you're in a 5 minute, you can't always see the candle where you're at. And like here now, you can see we're definitely, I've got two lines. That's why I should take out the other trend line. It gets a little confusing. Let's remove the trend line. That is our support, which we know now is lower. So if I bring that up to the edit properties, I have to say it's 365. We're gone lower. I'm going to bring it down to 25. So if I bring it to 365.25, you'll see the line come down. All right. That's probably too low. It's probably a little higher. But right now we've been holding at 365. Let's say 50. 365.50. So I just don't want to see a crack below that. 365. Let's go back to 50. All right, and that's how you kind of figure out where you're at the moment. All right, so 365.50. We're still holding. Well, if it doesn't break through, and I always like to be $1 higher on the SPY. Remember I told you that? So that would be 366.50. But I'm just going to go 75 cents and make it. I'm going to make it support at 366.25. It might be a little higher than that. I might be right with the 366.50, which is $1 more. It puts me right in the right spot. But right now, we're bearish. We're under the VWAP, which is up here. We're below the 13, which is here. Okay? And it seems to be missing. You know, it's in here. The 9 and the 21. You see the cloud? If you look at the cloud in here, that's a 21 on the top and 9 on the bottom. You don't really see the cloud over here. Maybe when we get through the clouds. But right now we're dropping, and where are we dropping to? The bottom VWAP support, which is at 3685. Let's see if it tells me. Edit properties, if it tells me. 364.83. 364.83. That might be, there it is. And that's our VWAP. And we might go a little bit below and then probably come back. If not, then I'm correct. And FinViz is dropping. Okay? I mean the Dow. And there we go. 604. We are headed just 710. We're back to where we were before. We're at the low. So either right now this low is a good place to do a call, or we got to see if it's going to hold. But I'd hate to see it go back really fast. Usually, remember, the opposite. If we're green to red to come down, we'd be red to green to go up, okay? And just watch it. Kind of feel it. Kind of get an understanding of the actual market and what's happening at the moment. And see if you can feel what I'm talking about. If you can feel the actual algorithm. Now, according to something we both looked at before, it says try to look at it on a 15-minute. And if you look at the 15-minute right here, what does it show you? And look what just happened. We just hit a new low. So I'm correct. The market is dropping. It's going down, getting worse, worse, worse. And I think we could be headed. I said 362 before. I said 364, then 362. Okay? And I think we're headed tomorrow, by Monday, Tuesday, at least 360. And it could happen tonight. I think the market's getting worse because I think people are starting to wise up and they're looking at what's happening in the world. Just look at what's going on, okay, with what they're talking about.
And inflation is basically organic growth. So our cost index report, and I've got numbers from, I think since 2020, indicate where we've been, the path we've been on. This last week, our inflation rate was probably the lowest it's been in, I'm going to guess, probably 4 or 5 months.
All right, I'm going to stop him right there, okay? He's saying that the inflation rate has been the lowest that it's been in the last 5 months. You know why? I'm going to tell you. Because our reserves for oil and gas were filled up to the tippy top. And there's an election coming up. So what this freaking idiot did in his infinite wisdom is he took our reserves and he threw it out into the economy. What that did is it put in a bigger supply with lesser demand. Before he did that, there was more demand with lesser supply. When you have more supply, what happens to the price? Choo, 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 choo. But what happens when we eat up that reserves that we had as an excess supply? It's going to go doo, 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 doo. And then we're going to get more dependent on foreign oil producers to get our oil back. And what we're doing is we're making our armed forces, all of them, weak because they won't have enough oil and gas to run their ships. They have to come into port and they have to fill up. If that reserves isn't there and there's not enough to supply them, we're in trouble. Okay? And the biggest mistake that ever made by the United States of America, besides Joe Biden, was the fact that we just gave up our oil independency as a nation. We opened our borders to traders, to people who hate us and want to kill us, and people with the drugs that are coming over. They're saying that something drug that's worse than fentanyl is coming in our country right now. And they say that they're taking so much. One shipment they took off last week, they said was enough to kill every American. And they say what they're taking and getting off the street is only 1/10 of what's getting through. So right now, we've got a pandemic on our hands that's more than just COVID. And at the rate that we're going, and we're not the only country. Remember, if the United States flourishes, then a lot of countries like our allies, they flourish too. But if we don't, because when we were independent with oil, we were able to sell oil to Germany, to other places, even Russia. Instead of them selling us 10% or 12% that we get from them, we were selling to them. We're selling to India. We're selling everywhere. Now everybody's got to be dependent on everybody else. We went to Saudi Arabia and said, "Can you produce more?" But they look at us and say, "What are you, freaking crazy? You just told me, you made a statement we're murderers and thieves and we're this and we're that, and you want us to help you?" They laughed at him, and he left with his freaking head in his pants. All right, this country's in trouble right now. So temporarily, by putting all our reserves out in and putting more supply out there and less demand, what he did is made this country weaker. Because eventually, how long do those reserves last if we put it out there and we have nothing to build it back up? Okay, so in a couple of months, people are going to say, "Oh shit, oil prices are going back up." I'm telling you, your $5, $6 gallons is coming by the end of by December 1st of the year, maybe sooner. And for people who have to put oil in their houses to heat up their houses, you're going to see that you're going to be paying 25-30% more than you'd be paying right now. I hope you were smart enough while it's down now to fill it up to the brim. Fill it up. Put every dime you got and get as much, because it's going to get worse, folks. He's still got another 2 years in office. And the only thing that's going to change is if you get out there and vote and you get the change of administration. So we take control and get Pelosi out of there and Schumer out of there and all these people who are trying to continue to destroy our country. And if you don't believe that, if you don't believe what I'm saying is true, and I hate to be political and get that way, if you don't believe it, what are you doing trading? This is capitalism. We're not here trying to promote socialism. Okay? Why should I work harder so I have to pay for the next guy who doesn't want to work because the government wants to give it to him for nothing? So I'll get off that topic. I'll get off my high horse. But understand, if it's not going to get better, then it's going to get worse. And that's why the other day, I respect that kid, what's his name, Juan? And he said, you know what? Everybody said, I said 360. I said 364 then. He said 360. I said, totally agree. We both believe we're going to see 320 SPY. We're going to see this back to about, you know what? We're going to see this back to about 20,000 again. We're at 30. We just hit under 30,000. Where are we at right now? 29 something? We are at, let's see, I think I can't read it from here. Where's the Dow at? How do I read this? Come on. The Dow's below 30,000 right now. So I can't, it doesn't tell me here. How do I read the exact Dow? Can anybody tell me? Let's see. Dow. Now. This comes up. 29, wow. It was, when I was at it was at 29.7 this morning. It's at 29.3 right now. Okay? You want to go look at the Dow? This is amazing. So you tell me we're dropping and dropping and dropping and dropping. Okay? It's going to get worse. So the truth is, if you had enough money, like this morning, you could have bought a put and gone to sleep. You could have made it for Monday and cashed out on Monday and put 10,000 shares and probably made yourself about $30,000. Easy. What did the SPY today? Let's see. The SPY opened up today at $370 was the high at 64. 10,000 shares right now, you would be at $60,000. 10,000 shares. 10,000 shares would have cost you right now, okay? Let's say we were going to do a put. Where is that thing? I'm going to do that to yellow. The put would have cost, I don't know, less than 50 cents. So even if it was $1, 10,000 shares would have been 10 grand at $1. Right now, you would have been up 10,000 shares times $5-6. And you only would have put out 10 grand if you had that much money. That's what I should have done this morning. That's what you should have done. Stop being scared rabbits and make some real money. We all can do it. We all can do it. All right? So, any questions? Look at the SPY. Drop, 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 drop. That's a 15-minute. Learn how to use the 15-minute. Let's look at the 5. Slower. You can see the differentials. But you see, you'd get scared out a few times in here. You'd be scared out. But if you held on the 15-minute, if you can learn to trade on a 15-minute, look at this. You just went to bed and woke up now. Look at this. You would have been up 10,000 times $6. Pretty amazing? And so, at the rate we're going, where will we be next Friday? 350? 340? Where are we going to be? Does anybody see any reason? Can we buy a put from Monday? Absolutely. And if you were to do that, let me show you something, okay? Here's Monday, all right? Let's go in here, bring this up. And here's the 26th. That's Monday, right there. So right now, if you bought a put, you can either buy it here, all right? Or you can go down a little cheaper if you want and buy 360 at $1.79, only a penny spread. You will make money as it goes down slower than you would make money if you bought it here. If you bought it here at 364, okay, it's 2 times the price. It'll actually move that much quicker, okay, than yours is going to move. You can see here, if we look at the net change, it's 248, 136, and if I go into, there's a way to tell from the delta. So if you go into the delta, you can see this has to do with how it decreases, okay? You see, it's slower. It's not 46 down to 29 or 26. You can learn about that. I can't teach you that today. But the thing is, it'll just move slower, okay? For every dollar, it'll take longer to get there to that dollar. It's just not going to move as many points for the point, okay? So you can do Monday. You can even do next Friday if you want. I wouldn't go out that far, but if you want to go real big and take that chance, I do not personally like to do swing trades, okay? But that doesn't mean you shouldn't, all right? But right now, it just came to a low, and look, you see what happened? It went up 70 cents, 60 cents, all right? So you could have just done a call when it hit a new low. When that hit a new low, you could have done a call, and boom, all right, you would have made 60, 70 cents because nothing goes straight up. Yeah, it is. Is it late to buy put options for money? Oh, you already answered. The theater is actually represents the rate of time of an option, okay, of delay. But yes, you wouldn't buy it today if you're going to hold it. I truthfully would do it Monday morning. I wouldn't do it now, but don't listen to me. When it comes to swing trading, I am not the swing trader. I would give you wrong advice. All right, I just my little scared me won't do it. I don't like not having control. I'd rather wait till Monday morning and see what's going during, let's say, pre-market. Like this morning, I knew, but I had to leave, and I didn't want to do it. I knew to put a put. I knew yesterday, and I got scared to do it the right way. So, yes. Let me tell you something. Let's do this, all right? We got about 75 people in here right now. Let's do a poll, all right? Let me see if I can get this in. I'm going to create a poll, all right? Will the SPY continue up or down over just the next week? Say between now and next Friday, will it go up and possibly head towards 370? Oops, hold on, head towards 370. It could go more or less, or will it go down more towards 360? Okay, and that's it. All right, and let's see. Possible several answers. I don't know his vote. Okay, doesn't really matter. All right, right there. There's the poll. Do you think it's going to go up or it's going to go down? I already put my vote in. You can see where I'm looking. All right, don't go by what I said. Go by what you think. How many people think it's going down towards 360 by next Friday, opposed to going back up to 370 or over? All right? It could go higher, and it can go lower, go to 350. I don't know. Okay? Nobody knows. The question is, how many people feel where it's going? And right now, only 6 people. I'm not looking at names. Nobody's going to say, oh, you said this or you said that. Nobody cares about that. I just want to, and it doesn't tell you which way you picked. It just tells you if you made a vote, okay? There's 74 people in this room right now. There's 74 people ran away. I hope they voted before they left. 70 people in this room right now. 71 people in this room right now. Go vote. Please let the room know. I'm not going to leave it open long. I just want to know what the room thinks. Do you agree or disagree? And nobody's going to tell you you're right or you're wrong. There is no right or wrong. It's your feeling about what's going on in the world, in the economy. Go vote. Are we going up or down? Markets, and that's by next Friday. Okay? You think the SPY is going to go down? The Dow's going to go down? Do you think that the markets are going to go down, 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 or up, back, up? You think it's going to recoup? Do you think something really special is going to happen that's going to allow this market to recoup? Do you think that the traders today have that kind of confidence? I will tell you another thing. I was talking to a very, very bright guy, my physical therapist. His wife's a doctor. She's a dentist, actually. He's a physical therapist. He's got a PhD. His wife's got, everything. So we were talking. He's very into options. I've been teaching him a lot of stuff. What was I going to say? Shit. And we were talking about the markets and the same exact thing. And we have total different thinking. He thinks from the blue. I think from the red. But you know what? We all believe there's nothing in this near future that's going to make people feel better about the markets going up. So let me tell you one other thing, and this could be another poll. I already know the answer. Are more millionaires made in down markets or up markets? Does anybody know the answer? Are more millionaires and billionaires made in up markets or down? Trader 123, I love you, buddy. That is the right answer. It is down, down, down. And I'm telling you, that's why it is so much easier to call the resistance and actually look at that. Look at the thing came in on the cloud. You see the cloud came back? You see? Let me make a little There's your cloud. You see, there's your 21, and there's your 9. And right now, we're down here. Probably about the 3 or 4 or 5 or whatever. It's dropping. It's getting low. We're at 364. We just went below again. 364.09. A new low. Come on, folks. We should have done the put right then and there. We should all be in it. Scary, but true. But it's true. Okay? Are they still talking? Yeah, they are. I don't really want to listen to them. I don't. The Dow just keeps going down, 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 down. Okay. Am I too loud right now, or is it my volume good? My volume good? I didn't check. I put it up before when I had to listen to them. Let me look at my OBS. Yeah, it looks fine. I'm right to the tippy top. Got 3 programs to check with each time. 364.9. If we crack, we did. We cracked below. Well, and back up. Look at that. Every time it hits a new low, look what happens. That's on the 15-minute again, by the way. So let's go back to the 5-minute. How many people feel more comfortable? And let's see what our poll says. I'm going to stop the poll right now. We only had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 15 people out of 70. This is last chance to vote. Anybody want to go vote? Now's the time. We have people who believe it's going to go up, 36%. So we got 2/3 saying going down. Poll going once, poll going twice. Last chance to vote in the poll. Done. Okay, there it is. All right. And that's just the way it is. How low today on the SPY? Well, I said 362 earlier. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but right now we got an hour and a half left, so I don't know. It could drop really far. What did it do the day before? Let's see. Let me just see something real quick. If I go on the 5-minute and I go to yesterday, where the day ended, look at this. Look what happened. It went down, it strung up, and then boom. Went from 377 down to 370. $3 down at the last minute, okay? 377, and I think it probably crashed at about 4 in the morning. That's usually what it does. I don't know where we have 372. What time? That's 1 a.m. It was still dropping. That was 1:45, 2 o'clock. Let's say, look at this. Oh, where are we? 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. What did I say? 4, 5. It's just going down, down, down. This 368. That thing just dropped like a bomb, and then it opened up a little high. It jumped again and came all the way down to 367, and we've been dropping ever since. Okay, so here we are in a 5-minute. And we're still dropping. We want to see if we can get below 664. If it gets below 364 one more time, I pretty much think it could stop here. We could be at 364, 365. And then by Monday, we could be at 360. I just think it's going to continually go down, down, down. We don't really want it to go crash, crash, crash. Because if that happens, then people will get scared. They'll start selling off. People will start shorting off. And we could have 1990, what was it, 1992, 3, something like that. I don't even remember. Black Friday, whatever it was. We could have the market crash again. So the pool to vote is gone. It was on top. It's always above the chat room. If you scroll up, you'll see the poll. Okay, the poll is always above the chat room. It's already over. It was just to see if you thought the SPY was going to go up or down over the next week between now and next Friday. Okay? And most of us think it's going down. Trader 123 was the first one to come out and say it's going down. And he knows. He says it's going down. 123, it's going down. And look at it now. It's going down again. Here we go. Who wants to do a put right now and follows it down to the break? All right, now look at the low. Look at the low VWAP. Remember I told you gotta have that lower VWAP. Here's your lower VWAP. Right now it went below. Here it is, right there. You see it right there? Let's bring it to a minute, and you can see a little better. Watch this. All right, there's your lower VWAP. Right, this line here. The other one. What's that other red line? What the heck is that? Price level? Why do I have a price level there? That should have been green. And I should have, let's see something. That should have been support. Okay, let's make this support, S-U-P-P-O-R-T, and put this to green. I didn't change it before. Green, and say okay. Now, let's take this one, which was the old support, right? And let's remove it. And now let's take this, which is the resistance. Open that up. Should say resistance, upper resistance. Let's just call it resistance. Okay. we had an upper resistance yesterday. I was trying to give you an example of something. And right now, we have changed, okay? So let's say we've gone down to $2, $365.25. That puts this one here, right, at 360. It's not even. It's even lower. Edit. I'm going to say our base is at 364. Right there. 364.25 to 364. Let's put it right there because we almost tipped it. There's our support. And our support here probably has to come down also to, let's say, our resistance has to come down to 365. So right there, boom, and there you go. And you'll see right on the top of the line there, where we just went to the top and hit resistance, and here, we're at the bottom, it's really slightly higher. It's right there. It's right there, okay? That's on the 1 minute. Let's go back to the 5. At this time, we should be on the 5. But you can see now, we're in a channel. You can see the channel here, and there's your resistance, and there's your support. It's important to learn how to do this, how to spot it, and know what it is, and when it's changing. Okay, and if you can notice this and see when things are changing, then you have a better chance of making a better trade. Okay, so if it goes right now, and it should hit 364. See how it's coming down? 364. Like this time, when it went to 360, if it makes a new low, one of two things is going to happen. Either one, it's going to jump back up again, probably not as high as it went here at 364.90. Where is it? 378. It might come down to about 50 or 60. So this thing might jump back up again, trying to, when it comes down to a new low. If it comes to a new low, you got two choices. You can say it's going to break the 364 and start going to 363.88, and you can do a put the minute it gets close, or you can wait and see if you can do a call to catch it going up, or you can wait till see if it goes up, and if it goes up one more time, then do the put when it goes up, which you should have done when it popped down here and it made a new low there, and it popped up. There it was, 364.06, and then it went up. There you go again. You see, it went a low, and here you go. It's back up again. You gotta wait and see. If it hits a top, you may want to do the put. I still think it's gonna come lower. And remember what we said? Look at the 10-minute. Look at the 10-minute. It tells a story of direction, okay? So if you made a trend line right now, we're on a trend line, and we came in right there, and I bring it right to either there, whereas my top is there, okay? There's one line, okay? It went to the top there. That would have been my line until it just dropped below the line, okay? If I go to 15 minutes, let's see where it looks on the line. You see? I'm still right there. It's going to be right there. It could be a little bit lower. And now we dropped in. We're forming. If you look at the whole day, it forms. It went up, comes back down, lower lows. It goes up again, comes back, lower lows. It comes back up again, comes back down, lower lows. Goes up a little bit here, and here's your low again. And that's what it's doing all day. It's going down, up, and we've been in a channel. If you can watch from here, okay, of 370. Then it dropped down to 368, 367. Now we're 364, 365. So it's breaking down into different channels. Can you all see that? You need to be able to see what the stock is doing. What's going to change this stock's direction on a Friday afternoon at 2:30? Anything? I can't think of anything. President Biden has decided that he made a mistake, and he's going to open up the pipeline from Canada back to Texas. That would make the stock market go. If he said I was wrong, it caused higher inflation, I made a mistake. Can you imagine? But their freaking egos are so large that they would never want to admit they were wrong. They would rather lie to you and say, this is only temporary, and you'll see this new Green Deal is going to produce so many jobs, and we're going to get rid of gasoline cars in California, and the guy who can't even run California says, I want to become president. Could you imagine if this fool ever became the president of the United States, what he would do to the rest of this country? Wow. It's time to move. It's time to go and do the stock market out of the islands. Go to the Bahamas or something after the hurricane passes. I know people that have done that actually traded. They were in chat rooms. They would trade. They showed pictures right outside their door where they were at. They even put themselves in the pictures. Beautiful in the Caribbean. And they don't pay taxes here. They gave up their citizenship here. This is just ain't worth it anymore. Feels like we are going to 360, 350 for today. I go along with that. We flush today and then relief rally next week for the next leg down. Totally agree. Tom, I totally agree. And there it is. 363.98 new low, folks. New low. There we go. I told you when it jumped before what you should have done. I have given only good alerts and good advice so far. And if you disagree with me, I got the ban button on right now. No, I'm kidding. I wouldn't ban you for that. I'd say, my God, we got a communist in here. Just kidding. I know there's no commies in here. You know, well, you have so many communists that from the 40s, in the 30s and the 40s, that infiltrated our government. They've been there all along. Them, the KKK, a lot of extreme. I'm a rightist, but I'm not an extremist. There's a difference. American people don't have a voice, so government will do whatever. Yeah, and we voted for them to be our voice. But they became their own voice and went on a power trip. All right, now, you see what happened? Just as I said before, we're going to hit a new low at around 364, right 363. I said 88, but it went to 98. It's going to come back up. You see that? 22, 27. Now, make your decision. Make your decision. You want to do a transaction? Make your decision. How high? When should you do that put? 365, 364 put. Changing it right now to 364. Okay, $1.75 a share. Where are we at? Right now. Okay. I'm so tempted. I'm just so tempted to buy 10 contracts. It just went up to 320. I'm waiting to see. Let me just take one more look at FinViz. And right now the Dow, holy crappers, 760. When it was at 550, we should have bought that put. Oh, that was $2 ago. Look, here it is, 22, 20, $1.70, $1.70. These are going up. It's going down. 1920. This has got to be it. Oh, there it is. I missed it. Shit. Unbelievable. Just went 10 cents. That was $100 right there. $100. Come on back one more time. Give me a shot. Give me a shot. I can't believe I missed it. Stupid me. 760, 773. We are dropping. Government keep men busy. Sport watching. No politics. Okay, where are we? Damn. I told you. There it is. There's the 88. There's a new low right there. 683.89. Unbelievable. Oh my God. How did that happen? What the hell happened? 187, 365. It was supposed to be 364. Shit. 365. Oh my God, how could that? Went the other way on me. Shit. I did buy, and it went the other way. Oh my God. Alright, that's 20. Say 20. 187 and 69. So let's see. 87 and 69. 87 and 69. So 87. Hold on. I got 87. Where's my numbers? 87 plus 69 equals divided by 2. That's 154. 87 and 69. Oh my God, it's got to go down or I'm in trouble. Oh shit, I'm in trouble. Oh Lord, I'm not getting out. I'm holding. It's gotta go down. 87 and 69. Okay, see, I held. I'm not getting nervous. I'm in 20 contracts right now. I went into PDT for a second. Ooh, I'm down 240 bucks. Down 160. Come on, hit a new low. I have to. If I get close again, I'm gonna have to get out. I hate to do that. Shit. I'm getting clobbered here. Oh, wow. Unbelievable. First time I go in and I'm getting clobbered. Unbelievable. So who thinks this is going down? I'm getting killed. Where is it trading here? I don't know where I am. It's not showing. It's in my other one. 342. Got quiet. I got quiet. I can't believe it. The first time it does this. And there was my support too. See, I bought on the support. I should have waited. Come on. I need another low. I need a new low. That was scary. 20. Whew. Come on, baby. Come on, people, start praying. Pray for low. Pray for low. What's going to happen? We're going into power hour. 15 minutes. There is no power in that hour. Come on. 364.09. How did somebody get 364.09 on a price? It's lower than it's showing. Damn. What's going on with my chart? Hold on. Okay. I don't believe this. I'm gonna get killed. Why this first time is it doing this? Orange, green. I don't like it. I don't want to see a rebound now. I should have got out. I get out now, I lost. Bigger selling on level 2. 364. It's going too high. I'm getting annihilated right now. What does it look like on the, it said the 15 minute. Let's see. Still looks like it's going down. Let's go to the 5. See, it pulled back up on me. It destroyed me. And the problem is I'm in a contract that expires today. 365. 186. 189. Come on. I'm in the hope situation right now. I think you are still good to hold. I'm holding. I gotta hold. Either I take the big loss or I hold. You know what happens. I'll get out. Rejection 3. Yeah, that's good. It was a rejection. I saw that. Come on. I actually didn't buy the option I wanted. It didn't hold. I went to the 364 and I ended up with the 365. I didn't want that. It was a mistake. I didn't check it again. I thought I had it in there, but it wasn't. Oh, shit. Come on. Come on, Nelly. I'm getting killed. This is not good. This is the last shot. There's your rejection again, right there. See it? Same rejection. Come on. Put me close. Just get me out of, what do you call it? I'll come back later. One more. Down, 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 down. I can't believe all this. It's making me work so hard. Gotta hold. I really believe that we're coming down. 7:30. Where are we at now? 7:45. It's starting to pull back. That's good. Go, go, go. $169. Come on. If it drops, it's going to drop really fast. 1, 2, 3. The volume is pretty high. You got 500,000 shares, but that's for 5 minutes, so really it's not as high as it looks. Come on. My time and sales time is off. That's what screwed me right here. There you go. I was watching the wrong time in sales. Unbelievable. Damn you! Mother of nature! That's on a 1 minute. I don't like that. I'm going to change that. Make that a 5. Okay. What am I that one? 5. Okay. There we go. Come on. It's exasperating. It's just the waiting and the anticipation. It is being stubborn. It is being stubborn. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come on. Oh! Unbelievable. Don't do this to me. I don't believe this shit. What's the thinking of the room? Up or down? Are you getting scared? It's only money. It's only money. It's only money. I just bought it in the wrong place. And I bought more to cost average down, but there it goes. At least I'm out of PDT now. Come on. Down, down, drop. Go! See, that's patience. I held. Come on, a little further. Go down. Break! Break! I'm getting out of 10 for now. Okay, that should be 10. Go, go, go. I don't want to go back into PDT. I won't allow it. Fuck, I'm getting out. Come on. Alright, I got out temporarily because I'm not in PDT and I get to fight another day. But I should have stayed probably, and I lost some. I lost about $260. I'll make it back. I'm not worried about it. Shit. Wait till it gets a little higher. Do it again. Look at that. I was up too, up good. I really should have got a little sooner. I was actually just about even. Unbelievable. That is the most stubborn. I was down to $24,600 on my account, which put me a lot of money down, about $700-800 down. I bought at the wrong point, and see, that's timing. Who knew it was going to do that? Okay, it had a history of doing down, and just. But I still think it's going to come back down. Let's see, what did I get out? 166, 6 and 3. 166, 6 and 3. And let me change this. I want the. Where did I get out? 166. 166. About a little lower right now. This is going up a little bit. I still think it's coming down. Anybody else get in? Down, yeah. I'm out of it. Doesn't matter, but I'm not in PDT. I lost on that trade. First trade of the day. And I doubled down, which saved me. It almost killed me, but it saved me. Look at this. 364. I'm in the wrong option is the problem. I was in a 65. I didn't belong there. Okay. 112. Look at that, see? I should have stayed. I should have held. Let's see, 89. Holy shit. Rejected? I exceeded? How can I exceed? I'm over PDT. It just rejected me for another trade. I'm not in anything. I sold 10, 20. I bought 20. I'm not in anything. That is amazing. 10 contracts shouldn't exceed. 1,000 shares is $1,300. What the hell's going on? Option buying power, 25 something. I can't believe it. Oh, and I screwed up. Oh, and I screwed up. And it won't let me back in. It will not let me back in. Why, I don't know. Won't let me in. Exceeded order exceeds. This is ridiculous. It won't let me back in. How can my order exceed? Let's go to 5 contracts. I can't believe it. It wouldn't let me back in. I tried to buy back in. It wouldn't let me. How can I exceed? I'm not in PDT. That's ridiculous. Rejected. The order exceeds the day trade buying power for the day. It should not have rejected me. Twice. For 10, 20 more contracts, rejected me. And I'm not in PDT. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, did I screw up big time? I should have held. I got out. Just look at this. I would have went up over $1,000. I called it right. I played it all wrong. I'm pissed. I am really pissed. I don't love you people anymore. You didn't help me. You took my money. That's my money you took. That's what I lost. You took my money. I see how you are. I come in here. You don't have any other. They won't let me. They won't let me in. They will not let me. It says I exceeded the day. And I called it, folks. I said 362. I cannot believe this. Don't freaking believe this. 5, 4, 1, 1, 2, 5. Hold on. I don't freaking believe. And I got out just a couple of seconds. One of you people did this to me. I know it. You waited till I can't believe it. I can't freaking believe this. Lost 281. I'm not chasing it. I can't believe this. It's just right now I got 20 over 25 in option buying power, and it won't let me buy 5 freaking, what do you call it? It does not make sense. I got 1 hour left. Let me try something. I can always put it back. Select the bank. Let's see if I can bring up my buying power. I can always put it back in there. I don't believe they did that to me. There we go. $363.29. $363.29. Let's go back into there. Where are we at? 98, 363. Okay. It might not. Let's go back to 10. 353. Just let me buy in. It let me buy in this time. 90 cents. It let me buy back 10 contracts just now. I'm holding this time. Can't believe I got out that soon. Just seconds away. $383. It's only $800, $700. Look at this thing. $90, 80. Okay, I'm just watching. I know I got quiet. 90 plus 64 equal divided by 277. Will we see another low? What do you think? Boy, that was some drop before. I want to see the market like go 1,000 points again. We're at 775. We hit 800. 778. Unfreaking real. Not my day. Just not my day. Just not my day. Unbelievable. I'm calling it quits. It just wasn't my day today. I knew I wasn't supposed to be here. And I got out too quick on that one and it dropped. I couldn't believe it. I should have been watching that Squeeze Pro. And that Squeeze Pro showed everything. It really did. You watch it from in here when it went back up and down, and then it's. I held and I let go too early, you know. Anyway, look at the market recouped anyway up to 365. That's amazing. Looks like that's where it's going to close up and hold. 364. Anybody in? Anybody make any money on that? Power hour. Terrible. It got me. It was my day off too. I was supposed to be somewhere today and I didn't go. I had the car today. Okay. Look at that thing go. I can't believe it. At the last minute of the day. What happens at the last minute? 362. 778. Did we hit 800? Wow, 695. It's amazing. Amazing. What's he looking at? I can't even see it. I can't even see what he's looking at. Okay, Prime, Escape. We can't see it. He's looking at the SPY. SPY. What a recoup on the SPY. That was like so amazing. We see small rallies maybe Monday, Tuesday before the lows, my opinion. Yeah, it's very possible. You know, it's possible, Weiss. He's on the other one. Okay. I was just reading something from somebody else. He said they think we're going to see a small rally and then the big pullback. So, 365, it should come back down again. This thing does not want to quit. $364, $363, $364. Look at that thing, still spinning up there. Back to 365 again. Totally amazing. Small money call option. Wow, still going. Still going. There goes up. Wow. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tell me that's some big shares over there. 760,000 shares. And the other one, I can't see it. Let's see if I can bring it in a little. Right there. Over 1,000,007. Somebody came in with some real money. They were dropping it. They were dropping it. They were dropping it. That's total manipulation. It really is. Total manipulation. Look at that, $2 it went the other way. 365. 75. Let's put it up to there. Say okay. It just brings it up. Look at that, and it's still going past it. Still going past it. 360. Unbelievable. I should have done a call when I did a put. Then I'm gonna go to do a put, and I should have done a call. How far are we going to go? Look at this thing go. That's exactly what it did yesterday. You remember that? Exactly at the same time. Right to the resistance. Still going. Any thoughts? Just shorts covering. That's very possible. So you know what happens after that? It comes back down. $64. 365. Okay. 365. It's still going. Still trying. 365. Wow. Look at that chart. It's just so amazing. Where's it going? Nobody knows. Like I said, shorts covering. Let's see, 5 minutes. That's on 1 minute. It's hit. My resistance now is 365.75, which it seems to be getting a lot of resistance right there. One more try. See, it's trying one more time. Where it goes, nobody knows. This thing is still trying. Just amazing. Amazing day. 76 bucks. I think we need to all see what happens Monday. That's what I said before 10 million. Personally, I'm looking for a call because they appreciate faster. Just want a good spot of support. I'm hoping to average in if it comes to 361. Yeah, good luck on that. 360. I'll risk going to 358, but overlooking for $5 upside to 365 minimum. Well, we're at the 365, so you want to get into 361 and do a long call, or 361 you're going to go down to 360, risking it to 358. I don't know about that. 361. If it comes down 361 down to 360, I'll risk going to 358. But looking for a $5 upside to 365 minimum. Well, we're already there. That's what just happened. So you're talking about what just happened, but you think that's going to happen again on Monday. I think we're going to come back down again. Damn. I don't believe that. Wow. There's a 360. Wow, it's going for it. I hear you. Look at that. Look at that move. Unbelievable move. Hmm. 3:15 in the afternoon. This thing wants to pop over that 366. It's not quitting. I saw 90. See 90 in there for a second. 95, there it is. This is amazing. That was a good call. I got in, made about $70. And the one before that, I got in, made another 50. I got some back. I can't believe how much this thing keeps going. It's amazing, but it's got to pull back really soon. I think this thing's going to drop. At the end of the day, it's just going to drop. What did it do the day before? Same, very similar happened. I think if we look from the day before, if you look what happened as an example, you see here around the same time. Look what happened. Went up, came back down, went up, and at the last minute, look at what happened. 374. The same thing might happen again. It looks like the same thing is happening. If you look at the day, did the same thing at a certain time. It just went up a lot. It went up like $4, came back about $2, went up $2, and then crashed down about 3 or 4. So the question is, will this be a repeat in history? Okay, will this repeat itself? And here's your rise again. Okay, let's see, 112. I just got out at 121. Went back, pulled back. It's going back up again. It might go to 367 and then drop, and it could drop back to, see, your low is 363. It could come back to that. Anybody have any feelings about that after looking at what happened yesterday and what might happen today? I brought out that 4-leaf clover and I had no luck. Amazing. I should have rubbed it. Oh boy, this thing just wants to go. Probably go to the VWAP and turn around. Go to the VWAP. All right, give me a second here. Just unbelievable. I quit. Okay. 365. We're going for 366. Wow. That was on that one. Was 120. Boy, that came back down. 121. How did that do that? 360. Oh, 366. That should be, wow. Over 366. This is just totally unbelievable. Was in on a 366 at 115, got out 121. This is a 366. Why would it be at 112? There it goes again. So it was this high before, 366. So it was right around there. 366.21, 366.47, 332. It can't hold there. It's having, the big shorts don't like to hold much over weekends. I think so. I think it'll fade some. Wow. Knew it would fall back. You got 30 minutes. But that was in the last couple of minutes. It's a lot of risk to sit there and hold at the last minutes of the day that it's going to drop $2-3, which it might. You know, I wish I could get into the minds of the guys who are manipulating this market. If we could just get to know someone like that who can tell you what they're thinking and why they do what they do. Wish one of them would write a book or something, you know? I blew it. watching these charts. It's just like you don't know what to do. You don't know. It could happen at any second and just drop like a bomb, or someone can take a lot of money and just go boom and push that thing right up to 367. And you can get caught in the middle of the crunch without a stop loss, and you can get hurt. You really can get hurt. Or they can just give up, and boom, it comes all the way back down at any time. Their margins and hyper do not always like to hold for their high margins. See this thing, you got high shadows here. That's the only thing that I'm looking at that's telling me that this thing wants to come back down. And it's still going up. Look at that. It's having a hard time holding up there. Wow, there we go. 80. It wants to go. It was at 366 already. I want to see go back to the low. 366.58 we were up to. Right there, 51. Any thoughts from the gallery? Hedge funds lost a lot in 2020 and well, yeah. Thanks to Reddit and the Wall Street bettors, they sure did a job on them, huh? Any thoughts on whether we hit that, we can get up to that? I don't think so. If we can get up to that, what do you call that? 365. Where am I at here? Where my resistance was 365.75. I'm pretty much right on the spot. I really am. 365.75. And we're below that. See, we're not here. We're down here somewhere. We're right below it. 365.75 is the resistance point. And there it is right now. 60. I can't make it. It's having a rough time. That's why I think it's going to drop really quick. There's a 70, 65. It should drop now, don't you think? I just said that. There's 78. It can hit 76 again. 66, I mean, 366. There's our resistance point, 75. It is trying hard. It's not a lot. It's only 50, 65, 70,000 volume. There's your pullback. I still don't trust it. It's too early. Okay. GME and ASU will always be talked about. Sure they will. Five minutes. Let's look real quick. 10 minutes. Probably coming down. There it is, coming down. Okay. Trying again. There we go. One more shot. One more for the road. Road hog. One more for the road. So Wild Box agrees with you. He thinks it's going to drop too. I don't know what to think at this point. I don't. It's like, I can't believe it's holding on like this. It could go up so fast, it'll spin your eyes. There it goes. That's what I'm talking about. 73, 70, look at that. And then you try to short it there, you know what happens. It makes it. Still not dying. Wow. So tempting. Wow. Look at that. Okay? 365 even into the end of the day. I said 364 at the end of the day. What is Monday's? Let's see. Not there. Let's go into Monday products. Monday is 26th. Expensive. 365 is $2.81. It's $2.81 opposed to 60 cents. Wow. 365 is 285. We're at 366. 366 is 330. 366 is $1.02. It's only 62. It's going down and down. That's the problem. It's getting worthless. 365 is 279. It's still moving. Look at this thing go. Told you don't know what to do. 366 on a put. Let's copy. And that's Monday. Is not 362. 365. 365 is 278. 278. Let's put that in here for a second. Okay. I got 3. That's a Monday. Is 276. Right now, a 365. Even let's go 366 put. A 365 put for Monday is 276 a share. A 365 put for today is 50 cents. And you'll never collect on it. You never collect. It's going down, down. It's becoming worthless. And this thing just keeps going. That's amazing. I told you before, VWAP. 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 Don't feel bad, Zazzle. You're not the only one. I know you're listening. I should call you up. You'll make me feel better. Dazzle Jules. Daryl's here. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. Look at this thing go. It's still moving. It is still moving. What's a Monday? Let's see. A Monday call. Let's see, a Monday call for 360. Ooh, expensive. Not really, but 367. Where are we at? 366. Is 316, 317. Copy. 366, 367. Wow, the 67 is less than well, that's in the money. 367, 313, 310, 307. Is it going down? Yeah, it just went down. Oh no, it's going up. 366. That's a call from Monday. I couldn't see doing that. I can't. 367 call. 366. We're already at 367. Okay, let's see. 367. Break that. A call for today, 367 is 78 cents. See how cheap they're getting. There it is, 366.81. Wow. Did I tell you VWAP before? And it went. Oh man, I could have had all my losses back. Oh, this is so scary. Watch how fast this thing drops when it hits the VWAP. Why is it going? Is there any news at all? S&P circles lows following latest, what does it say? Latest Fed rate hike is a recession inevitable. That's bad news. That's at 247. And then S&P circles news following Fed hike is a recession inevitable. And then it says here, market on close imbalance, 497 million to sell side. Sell side. Wow. To sell side. You got still 605. We're down 566. It is rebounding some. I cannot believe this thing is still running up. On good news. The 317 on a call. 317. There it goes. And on Monday, it's 230. What happens now? Does it keep going? What spot option strikes have the highest open interest for today? Well, today's almost over, so I don't know. Probably in the money. This is unbelievable. Went the other way. Story of my life. Just unfreaking real. 23.8. Alright, SPY's going to pull back right now. Let's see. I think it's going to pull back. Where are we at? 366.59. It just touched the VWAP. That's it. $365. It's $235. They're becoming worthless. 30 cents. There it is. 367. 367. I got a 366. A 366 SPY for Monday. On a put, 366 is down, came down a little, 284. 284. 284. Get rid of today's. Don't even want to forward it just in case. 366 is 278. So 265 must be cheaper. Let's get out of there. Put Oxy back in there. Okay. And then I've got a 367 put. Call for today is for 367, which it hasn't hit yet, is 314, 310, 311. So for Monday, you got a 311 if you hit a call right now and you wanted to hold it till Monday. I don't know if that's where I would go. I mean, right now, I think eventually this thing is going to pop right back down. Let's see, we're at 295 on the put. It's coming. It's getting more expensive. It was just 210. Wow, $3. Wow, oh, wow! Look at that drop. I missed it. Just unbelievable. It's holding 366. 366. What was... I'm going to take these lines out because they're not right anymore. This here, remove it. And here was your low before. Okay? You edit 364. All right, so now you got 366 as your support and your resistance. $366.50. Let's see if that will hold. Right there. So it's still higher. $366.50. It's got to be 75. So change that, edit that, and make it 366.75. That's where all your resistance is, right there. Okay, and then you have your support down to edit, and let's 366. I'm gonna hold it there for right now. 366, maybe right about there. Right there is 365. 365.60. 365.60. 365.50. I think it's low. See, it's holding right there. We're in a smaller channel right now. It is trying to hold. So you got resistance up about 366.75. You got your support back down about 366, maybe 10, 366.10. You can see where it just came down and touched it for a sliver right there. Okay. Now the thing is, will it hold or will it come down and bust back through like it did yesterday? If you take a quick look yesterday at the left, with just a few minutes to go, look at this. Ready? This is on a 5-minute chart also. So this would be at 1550, 1555 right there. So there is what happened at the last few minutes of yesterday. It dropped a couple of dollars. The question is, do you think that this will do the same today? Do you think that we're looking at a pullback, probably back to around 365? Because I don't see any reason overall for the markets themselves to recoup, and we're at 563 right now, down for the day. It's a terrible day. Question is, what will it do? What's he thinking? Hold on 1 second.
Can everyone just say Broncos head coach? Get that.
There he is talking about. He doesn't want to talk about stocks. Okay, forget him. I just thought maybe he had an idea, but obviously he doesn't have an idea. I'm not here to talk about sports. 367 again. There it is. It hit it. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's a good thing it didn't do that short, because, didn't do that put, because that just went down from 310 to 265 on Monday's contract. Today's contract is paying so little, it didn't even pay anymore at this hour. So I think from Fridays from now on, I'm going to look at Monday's contracts. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, look at Friday's contract. That's it. That's just from experience of the last couple of weeks watching them and seeing. Somebody asked that earlier, so there's my answer to that. You know? I think that's it. Right there, we're at where I said before the VWAP, and I'm going to kick myself for not being in a put, because I'm telling you, in the last 5 minutes. The good thing is you can sell SPY, correct, up until 4:15. Is that right? Anybody? All these saying bad things about the market should not be putting. Okay, good. Thank you, Meadowy. So right now, I think you'll be safe. I could be wrong. Nobody knows. But right now, 367.90. It should be a good short. It should be a good. It might pump one more time, but I think it feels safe with a 367, with a 366, with a 366 put. I think I feel good with that, and it's happening. There it is. I could take the chance. 90, come on. What's going to happen? Okay. It's Mondays, 271. What's going to happen? I can't believe this shit. It's got to drop. I can't take anymore. It's just not working for me. I quit. My timing has been all off today. And my timing was so perfect yesterday. It's just totally amazing. You think the short's going to cover, huh? Look where it's going. Look what's happening here. This thing is not stopping. Not kosher. Yesterday it was at 355. It might go to 370. 368, I mean. A lot of resistance here, but it's still trying. This is unbelievable. It's not quitting. There's a lot of people with a lot of money out there. That's all I can say. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45 minutes ago, this thing hit the low of the day at 363, and it just climbed $4. $4. 4 points. What a great, went the wrong way. Oh man, I thought it was going for the drop. We were all wrong. There it is, 368. 368. Wow. How much further can this thing go? 15 minutes. Look at this thing go. Maniac. Maniac. I've never seen something like this before. This is like totally out of character. It's like totally, it's crazy. It really is. And at any second, it could just drop dollars. Somebody could trap a lot of people in here. Except if you have a good put. But why? There's no news. Market on close, imbalance. That's it. That was 1532 at 3. That's at 330 to sell. 497 to sell side. I don't see that. $66. 67. Okay, 367. Put. What's going to happen? How many minutes? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That's almost $5 it's going to hit. I think at the last second it's just going to push. It's going to push. Couple seconds. Remember, yesterday at what time? At doesn't mean it's going to happen the same way. Okay, here we go. Yesterday, that's on a 1 minute. It dropped $14.59. It started dropping at around $15.50. It started dropping at $15.50. $15.50. $48. A minute and a half. You can go one way or the other. If it drops, it'll be fast. I agree. I agree. You won't even be able to get in. Oh, that's bullshit. Still dropping. Ready? Here it goes. 88. 85. 95. $367, 26, 29. Okay, now. Oh, you bitch. Come on. I can't believe this is happening. Somebody is really betting against the shorters. They really are. They really, really are. This is so unmanageable. It is just so unimaginable. What do the actual contracts look like? Let's see. Just want to see something real quick. That would be in the blue. I want to see what the contracts look like. See, there's more people selling than there are buying. More people selling than buying. But it's still going up. How is that possible? There you go. More people buying. There's your contracts. There's a big sell-off. Look at that. That's a lot of contracts. That's a lot of contracts. This thing is holding. This thing is freaking holding. I can't believe this. This thing wants to see 368. This wants to see 368. It is holding. It's all fake. It's all manipulated. Here we go. I got my ass handed to me on a platter today. I could not make one right decision. Boy. When's the drop? When is the drop? That's the actual contract. Okay. Let's go back to the actual stock. There's your stock. And it never dropped. 354, it never dropped. I agree. You know what? I'm going to be ready on next week. I'm not doing anything until about Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm just going to be very, very careful. This market is so volatile. And look at it. If you look at this, wow, I'm looking at the SPY that way. Look at it on a 1 minute. You got to see something. You look at this on a 1 minute. Look at the road from here when it hit a low. Doom, 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 straight up. That's totally amazing. Okay, that thing from right here went all the ways up. It hasn't stopped. Why? Why? Oh, I can't get this thing to stop rolling. Right there. Why? It has not stopped. Pulled down a little, went up. Pulled down a little, it went up. Did just the opposite of what we all expected it would do. $355. I don't trust it. Algos for the win. The algorithms. I could pull back one more time, but you know what? Again, we're now in between 367. Yeah, look, I mean, it changed. Everything's changed. So now you have it between 367 on your support, and your resistance has got to be at least 367.75. It just changed right in front of us. Boom. Did I do the right thing? Oh, I switched them. How could that be? What is that? Oh, that's support. I switched them. Alright, so that one there is 367. Okay, and the other one's 367.75. Right there. Somehow I switched them. Resistance. Oh, I just put the wrong number in. That's what confused me. Okay. 360. 367 support. It's just breaking below it now. So remember I always said I like $1? If I keep with my dollar on the SPY, I think the SPY is always about $1 between support and resistance. And it would be at 75. Right there. And if you watch it now, it should be right on. And that's where it's touching. Right below the VWAP. Same place it just fell below. So there's your resistance. There's your support. You got about $1 leeway. Because you have to understand, on volatile stocks like this, you're not going to be like other stocks, 25, 30 cents, 50 cents. It's going to be at least $1's difference between support and resistance. And I think all day long, if you look at it, I'm correct. It's between $1. You know, it's going to go up a little, it's going to come down a little. It's going to come up, it's going to come down. Right now, this is 367.25. We're right below it. There's no drop. That's a temporary drop. There's no drop. This thing's holding at 367. The thing went up $4. I mean, when that thing hit a low of the day, it was a good call. It was a bad call on my side, but it was a good call. And the fact is, if you did that call and you stuck in with just 1,000 shares, you would have made $4,000. It only takes one good trade to make up for 3 or 4 or 5 bad trades. You know that? And that's the way it usually is. You got good days and bad days. Today was not a good day for me. Yesterday was. Today is not. And I came in late. Look at that thing. It still wants to go. Ready? With the bell ready to ring. This thing is still going. They sure pulled the wall on us today. Look at that thing. It just wants to go. Unbelievable. We're closing at 368, baby. 368 is going to be our close. There was no drop. None. Ready? Here comes the push. 368.50. Ready? 368.50. Go for it. Bitch. There's your 368. I'm telling you, 50. Let's go. Ha! Look at this mama. 10 seconds. There we go. It just want to hold. 368. 368. End of day. There we go. Bing, 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 bing. Right now. I had AK's room on in the background when I put the volume up. I picked them up. There we go. I lost my ass today. All scanners are up now. Alright guys, I had a great day, except I had a lousy day. But I should have stayed out. I knew there was something that told me I should have stayed out today, and I killed it. I'm losing my thing right now. I don't know why. I lost my OBS Studio. OBS Studio just went down. I didn't touch it. It just went down. Alright, but I'm going to just stop the, let's see, it's back. OBS Studio went down for a second, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to stop my YouTube live. Let's see. And I'm going to end my stream on YouTube. End it. I'm going to close YouTube up.